Walls too close, the world too wide. A ghost unseen, passing time. She wore her fears like second skin. Spoke to shadows, breathed them in. Dreamed of voices calling home. Somewhere she was not alone. She crossed the line from dark to seeing a spark against the dark inside. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry Days turned years in coated skies. 10 winters passed before her eyes. Every stream a thread of trust, built from hope and honest dust. Names became more than a chat. Hearts behind each avatar shared their scars, their wins, their pain. Locked in just to feel okay. She learned that strength is letting show the cracks where hidden lights can glow. From the silence, a signal rose through the static. 1,000 souls, we are the lost, the strange, the seen, united by the screen between. Raise your voice, you're not alone in these pixels. We found a home from broken nights to blazing dawns. Together we carry on. To the outcast, the quiet minds. To the ones who never fit the lines. You are more than what they said, more than voices in your head. Hand in hand across the void, every tear and laugh deployed. In worlds we play, in truths we share. We heal each other everywhere. No throne of gold, no crown of flame, just human hearts behind the names. Not heroes born of flawless light, but those who stayed through every night. From the silence, a signal rose. Now a storm of beating souls. We are the lost, the strange, the seen, no longer trapped in between. Raise your voice, let it be known. Every screen's a stepping stone through boss fights, grief and healing scars. We shine like constellation stars. So if you're lonely, weird, unheard, if the world feels sharp, absurd, step through the dark. Take one small stand, you might just build a promised land. In the echo of shared dreams, we are more than we have been.
Hello! Hey Brainfar, hey Danny, hey Fantastic, hey Riley, hey ATV, hey Sam, hey Snack, hey Tiva. Hello, hello, hey Azakel. Today's T, hi, hey Booby, hey Grim, how's everyone doing? Hello. What a topic we have for today, right? Hey Miguel. And it's Moobs as well, hello. Hey Outsidity, hey Victor. We have a big topic today. At least that's how. Ooh, hit me with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Where have you been, sir? We've missed you. Good to see you. Hope you're not too busy. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Look, we have new cards. You got a wheelchair boogie. And you got Brandon from Updating. Hey, David. If you happen to be in chat, you got a membership from Hemi. Please say thank you. Thank you. If not, I'll say it. I'll say it for us all. Definitely Vixie Mort after this one. Nah, I think it's, I don't know, maybe. Maybe, but I don't think it can get much worse than it already has been. I've been very forward about my opinions. Did you get Amber? You got Amber, the queen. And Scooter, the baby. Hope you guys are doing good today. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys get to relax this weekend. We're going into the lore of the man himself, the Keemstar. The Keemstar. Do you not know who he is? Oh my gosh. It is the Keemstar. And we're going to be talking about him today. And if I'm honest, 100% honest, I think I've been honest before. I've told you guys this before, that I didn't know who he was. I did not know who he was before I stumbled upon the LCU. And I didn't even get there because of his name. I got there because of, well, Boogie and Girl World. And I was getting into the Lolcow stuff. And that's how I found the Lolcow Universe. Yo, Mr. Boom Boom Pow with the 1 gifted. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get right into it because there's a lot. There's a lot. I decided to start with the H3H3 expose. The H3H3 expose. I'm excited for this. Oh, put myself over here. There's a lot, though. There's a lot. We probably will not cover everything today, so we'll see how it goes. If we have fun, we might keep going next time for an episode 2 of the Keemstar expose. I mean, Keemstar lore. Keemstar. You gotta do a Billy video now that he quit. The thing is, there's not much to say, though, right? It feels pretty expected that Billy left the universe. He didn't seem too happy for a while now, so... Let's get into it. This video is old, okay? It's 5 years old, but it does cover the beginning of his career. He has been around for a while. So a lot of the controversies will already be included, will already have passed at this point. Keemstar had already started drama alert. He had already shown the guy that he is today. And the things that he's willing to do to get to the top. So... it's not like it's too old. I'll keep looking for more videos, streams on Keem if you plan on doing a follow-up stream. Sounds good. I have a lot of content for at least 2 episodes, but you never know. You can be here for a while. You can be here for a while. Let's see. Maybe not the choking that did it for Billy, but it might have like contributed to his how exhausted he feels from the whole thing, you know? Even though he got protected with that one.
Hey man, I have no idea what you said about me because I personally haven't seen it yet. All I know is a bunch of people are tweeting me, say that you were talking about me.
Oh no, guys, how dare anybody talk about the Keemstar? Who has anything today to say about the Keemstar?
I really hope that's not true because if it's true...
What, we can't talk about you? You put yourself out there, you create all these controversies, you talk about drama, you talk about everybody else, but people can't talk about you? How dare? How dare? What's the double standard?
Oh man, we're gonna have to expose another snake.
Yo, the threats! The threats!
What are you gonna do about it?
Etika has lost his mind.
I'm telling you right now. What do you think is gonna happen?
Possible not to laugh at
You
that.
need this dude's address.
Do you touch kids?
People need to know where this dude lives.
I doxed Destiny. Where is the big story?
He is one of nature's most efficient killers.
Killer Keemstar.
Once his venom is injected into his victim, it can cause psychosis in minutes.
Listen, I know a lot of people hate Ethan Klein, but like, I've not been following his entire career, but I used to watch him when he was just reacting with, when it was just him and his girlfriend, I think, or his wife. I don't know what the situation is, but I don't know. I always found him funny. I know he's like involved in some controversies here and there. Maybe at some point we should do an Ethan Klein lore video, but he's funny. He's a funny guy.
And in some cases, even death.
Can't wait to report your death.
Whoa, Grim, we literally just started, so it's okay if you want to go from here. We literally just started the video.
And he feeds on their pain. Today, we hunt the Camellius reptilius, the world's
The Camellius reptilius. You can always tell a father baker's... What? Hello? Hello, what?
most deadly snake.
Hi, Ethan Klein.
Ethan Klein is a liar. He's a liar. You liar. That's not the truth.
Are you okay, bro? I'm actually worried about you, bro. I think maybe you're having like a mental breakdown.
Careful with H3? Dude, I'm nobody. I don't have to be careful with anybody, I hope. I'm nobody.
I found one down here. Oh, he's everywhere, man. He finds you anywhere. That's why we gotta be super safe.
Honestly, Ethan got a few things wrong. Listen, it's to be expected, right? If you're putting opinions out there left and right every day, you're gonna be wrong about a few things. Doesn't mean that the logic's not there, you know?
This discreet underground location. Harry Potter is just a movie.
Hey, Passion.
But I don't think I've ever actually met
Andrea.
a real life Slytherin until Keemstar.
Oh my gosh, it's a Slytherin.
Like, he's the wizard of being an asshole. Many of you may have seen my last video in which I defended myself against the accusations that I am the most evil man alive. And the explanation that we gave was adequate for everyone, except one man. The Camellius reptilius.
A Camellius
also known as
reptilius.
Killer Keemstar.
Killer Keemstar. Killer Keemstar.
On your host,
Killer Keemstar.
I am here to tell you that Ethan Klein is a liar.
Ethan Klein is a liar.
You
Liar.
liar. That's not the truth.
Yo, I feel like I've heard him say this so many, like recently, so many times. Liar, liar, liar. Most recently, I feel like he called out Sweetie for being a liar, for telling the whole thing about Brantley and him with the third looking for girls and inviting Sweetie into the thing, and everybody's a liar, and Amber's a liar, and she doesn't stop lying, and then, you know, Tech is a little bit of a sweeper, so I don't think he's called him many names, but...
That's just not true.
Oh, Seattle! I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hey, sending love from the UK. Appreciate. We're on the same time zone and everything, Lucy. They definitely wanted SC to join them. Dude, I honestly believe it. I honestly believe it. And he might try to defend himself by saying that, oh, Sweetie's not the 10 that I usually go for, blah, blah, blah. We would never invite Sweetie because she ugly. She ain't got no teeth, blah, 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 blah. But do you guys remember when Sweetie first started in the universe? How obsessed Keemstar seemed with her? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? When she first joined, he was like all over her. He thought she was so pretty and so special. Remember? So I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it.
And I'll tell you why it's not true. A liar!
Liar!
Like 3 years ago, there was this really popular game called Payday 2. The creators of Payday 2 basically came out and said, look, we're gonna do an H3H3 DLC pack. We're gonna sell it for $5.
Can I ask you a question?
And all the money.
Sure. Did he make you come?
Did he make you come?
No.
No,
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so. 4 months already. My jiggles are mighty indeed. Mighty indeed. Should I release the jiggle? Bow! No, let me put that back. Back up.
We make, we're gonna give to H3H3 for the lawsuit. And H3H3 lied to everyone.
H3 lied to everyone.
Now, like many things Keemstar says, this is 100% untrue. And let's please still appreciate the gravity of what he's saying. He's accusing me of a felony fraud, of the theft of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Keemstar puts that out there really without any second thought and with full confidence. He says, you're a liar.
Ethan Klein is a liar!
I want to bring you up to speed quickly with all of Keemstar's transgressions of the past before we move on to his illustrious future. He told Total Biscuit, who was dying of cancer, that he couldn't wait to report on his death.
I want to be like, can't wait to report your death.
He falsely accused an elderly streamer of being a convicted pedophile. Ugh. I mean, how does he ever...
Yo, the pedophile story keeps coming back. It's like he's a little obsessed. A little obsessed. Is everybody a pedophile? In the eyes of Keemstar? That's a little suspicious. A little suspicious.
Or even live this one down.
He wrongly accused the guy of being a pedophile, but God forbid if he has to stop playing a game to look into it.
And you know what his evidence was? Wait for it. He looked like the guy in the photo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not calling him. I'm not telling him my phone number. I don't want that guy to bother me no matter what. I don't want
The poor old man. Holy crap.
his money. I don't want his apology. Because, you know, I know who and what I am. And my real friends know who and
Dude, he's practically crying.
what I am.
Now, Keemstar likes to act like him and Tony are all good, but here's a clip of Tony talking about the incident 1.5 years later, describing how this one mishap on Keemstar's drama alert ended up with years of endless harassment for him. Have a listen.
One time I had, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people threatened to kill my family, harassing my sister, my nephews. I mean, me. I mean, you know, they were just, hacked my RuneScape account. They hacked our YouTube channel. They did more crap than you can even possibly imagine, okay? All about how I'm a child molester and a pedophile. Anyway, I sent a little Twitter out, and I just said, Keemstar, just so you know, your BS a year and a half ago still causes me trouble every day.
And Keemstar, you know, having evolved from his point of where he was before, people say he's changed, you know, he's a better man. This is how he reacts to Tony.
I am not gonna put up with you fucking blaming me for people trolling you anymore. Because I am not guilty of that. I'm guilty of that video being wrong and what I said about you, but I'm not guilty of you being trolled in 2017.
Really? Then what caused him to be bullied? I mean, if you're Keemstar and you have so much power, then maybe you used your power for wrong this time, didn't you? And everybody bullied this innocent old man because of what you accused him of doing.
If this happened once or twice, I just let it go. But you've done this to me multiple times over the last 6 months.
You let it go. You let it go. Okay, buddy.
And I'm holding back every urge from saying just like, go fuck you. Go fuck
Oh,
yourself.
okay.
I'm holding that back.
Oh, poor
Doesn't look like you're holding back that well.
Keemstar. He's the victim of poor Tony's harassment.
Yeah.
Unacceptable the way that Tony is harassing poor Keemstar, who is, he is just had it up to here with Tony. The guy he accused of being a pedophile publicly.
Just like, go fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I'm holding that back. Because you want to be friends, and I'm still willing to do that.
You know, hey, you know, he is angry.
That clip with Tony was intense. I mean, the balls to tell this guy to fuck off. Keemstar's got a bottle of G Fuel somewhere in his house that's actually a Horcrux. How is G Fuel still sponsor this guy, by the way? G Fuel brought to you by false pedophilia accusations. Chug it, G Fuel.
Get it now at gfuel.com.
Go fuck you.
Now, after Content Cop, there was a period in time.
Okay, let me just say, they did. Was the video retracted? Because this is the video, I believe. This was 10 years ago, and the video is titled, "We Got It Wrong, I'm Sorry, and We'll Do Better." Let's check it out.
No intro. I can't do the intro. It just feels stupid to do the fucking intro. Earlier today, I was so proud of Drama Alert. I was so proud. People were giving me shit on Twitter, and I'm so proud of how successful my show has been becoming. But now as I sit here in front of you, I don't feel proud at all. I feel ashamed. I feel like a fucking dirtbag, like an asshole, like a fucking I feel horrible. Horrible is the best word for it. I feel horrible. I take pride in this show. I work hard on this show. I have people that work with me on this show. And earlier today, someone on my news team provided me with a story that I thought was vetted, that I thought was correct, and it wasn't. It was wrong. And this isn't a little fuck up. This is a big fuck up. This is a serious big fuck up, to the point where I just feel ashamed. I
You
feel
work so
ashamed.
hard.
I can't believe that we would fuck up like this. We reported a story that this Massachusetts man, John Phillips, had sex with a teen that he married in an online game in RuneScape back in 2011. Okay? And then he got out of jail, and that he's streaming on Twitch again. Now, the problem with this is that that's not John. That's a gentleman named Tony. And when we reported this video, a bunch of you went over and harassed this guy. Called him names, pedo, sex offender, you name it. This guy didn't fucking do anything. He didn't do anything wrong. And because of me, he was harassed for about 2 hours. I was streaming at the time on my own live stream, and someone came in and said, you know, you got it wrong. You got the story wrong. And I thought they were fucking with me. I thought they were fucking with me. At first I like blew it off. And then after about 10 minutes, I went into the Skype chat with my new.
It's like he's mimicking what he thinks he's supposed to sound like and act like if he were really sorry, you know?
News team went through, questioned the guy that get me the news, and asked him, how did you vet this? How did you confirm any of this? And he said him and another person on my news team sat there for hours looking at the faces and identified who was who and that it was the right guy. And I fucking lost it. My heart sunk into my stomach. The minute he gave me this explanation that they matched the faces, I realized that we just so fucked up. And I fucking died right there on my live stream. Like, I immediately took down the video and I immediately uploaded a video to Twitter telling everyone that we got this story wrong and that we've taken the video and that the guy that works for me is no longer working for me, and any damages that we've caused this guy, Tony, that we are going to take care of. I feel horrible. I mean, I know the responsible thing to do was to do what we did, right? I know the responsible thing is to acknowledge that we got this wrong, take down the fucking video, and try to take care of the guy and fix this financially or any way that he wants.
Originally put him on the map was a Halo 3 video, really?
To make sure that we somehow fix our wrongdoings.
Was
And
it
I feel
controversial?
like we've done that because prior to any video being made about this situation, prior to anyone talking about this situation, we came out first and acknowledged that we were wrong. I think, we came out 6 hours ago as I'm making this.
Was this like Dramas Alert's first attempt at making their own story instead of just stealing everybody else's? And it went wrong?
And the videos that were made about me and how we fucked this up are like 3 hours. So we came out a full 3 hours before anyone made a video talking about this, saying that we got it wrong, that we're going to take responsibility, that we've taken down the video, that we removed that guy off. And I'm not telling you this to somehow defend me or make me look better in any way, but I just want to point out
we have that video too.
If you think that we don't take this serious, you're wrong. We take this very serious.
Keemstar, I mean, I know this was like 10 years ago, but next time, just steal the story that other people have vetted, you know? It's their problem. It's just not, you're not there yet.
I feel fucking horrible. I pride myself.
He had to read that off the laptop. The part where he says, I feel horrible.
On getting you the facts. Like, I pride myself on getting this right. And not only did I fail you, but I failed this stranger that I don't even know that sent a bunch of...
Ooh, I don't have those on my docket, Moosey. I didn't know that they did one. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look that up too.
I hate his way. Like, it just... This innocent guy that had nothing to do with anything. And I want to fix it. I want to apologize. I want to talk to this guy, Tony, and see if there's anything I can do. I want to... I don't ever want to fuck up like this again. I don't ever want to fail you like this again.
Oh my God, is that a tear?
I'm sorry. I'm
Never
sorry
mind.
we got this wrong.
Never mind, guys. I will.
I pride myself on being
false
right.
alarm. False
And I
alarm.
was not right this time. And Tony, if you're watching, we're going to make this right with you, no matter what we have to do.
That's crazy.
Time when Keemstar was laying low and being a good boy, and everyone thought, wow, this guy's really changed. Yeah, he has changed for the worse. The much, much worse. Now, guys, before I get back to the beginning of this,
The bar was extremely low back in the day to break out and become a big hitting creator. It's funny how nowadays Keem talks about being innovative, but just got big from using slurs in video games. Slurs in video games, taking everybody else's story. I mean, yeah, I don't know what it's like to try to have been a creator 15 years ago. And I never did YouTube either, so yeah, it wasn't really my territory to navigate, you know?
video in which Keemstar accused me of a felony fraud, I'd like to bring you up to date with all of his achievements since Content Cop.
Yo,
So here,
yes, please. That's what I was waiting for. His achievements. I want to hear all about Keemstar's achievements.
walk with me here. A museum of hate and destruction.
I'm fucking white. I run this world. You're black. You're my slave. Understand it. I would.
What did I just hear?
Hang the fuck out of you. First time a gets a gun, he shoots his brother. I have never heard this so mad in my life. This dude is so embarrassed that he's black. Look at this reaction I'm getting. He's so angry because he knows he's a fucking second-class citizen. But the only reason why you want to fuck a white chick is because nobody wants to fuck a black chick.
Just Destiny is a YouTuber who made the very regrettable decision of using underage girls in his thumbnails. Keemstar took that and ran with it, insinuating that he is a pedophile, with zero evidence.
Oh my god, you're obsessed! You're obsessed with pedophiles!
Do you touch kids?
Oh my god. Really?
But do you? Do you touch kids?
After losing 3,000 subscribers for this interview, Keemstar declares war on Just Destiny.
Dude, I got so much shit for that. Dude, I lost almost 3,000 subscribers. I'm going to war with this motherfucker.
Out of pure spite, Keemstar releases all of his public information on the internet. Here's an example of what my docs bin looks like. It has my name, birthday, home address,
Okay. Damn.
all of my phone numbers, my parents' phone numbers, and my parents' home address. This is released with the express purpose of harassing and often leads to swatting as well. Here he is admitting to doxing him.
I doxed him. What are you going to do about it? I'm literally telling you right now, what do you think's going to happen to me? You said to Augie, this is going to be a big story that Keemstar doxed Destiny. I doxed Destiny. Where is the big story? Yeah, I dox people all the time. I run a news show. Like, it's literally part of the job.
He brags about doxing many people because he runs a news show. Now, I don't know what kind of news show.
Yo!
Starts running, but I don't remember the last time Anderson Cooper had to find out someone's mom's phone number and post it online.
I need to know who
So
people
gathering
are. I
people's
need to
personal
know where they
information
live.
isn't
I need to know where. I'm sorry, bitch, but I'm talking and you're talking when I talk. Shut up.
Here's Keemstar doxing a YouTuber known as Smiles4YouTube on his live stream.
His Skype is literally Smile for YouTube. Keep note of all this. That's his Skype right there.
Giving out my house address, giving out all of my information. Because
This is his phone number. The guy's from Canada. This is his wife's phone number right here. This is his wife's phone number right here.
And I can totally see how that guy's wife's phone number is newsworthy and why he needs to release that publicly.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
Swatted so
fast. You can hear someone on the stream saying,
swatted so fast.
Swatting is when you call the police and report a violent crime, hostage situation, or a terrorist attack to provoke an armed police response at someone else's address. This is our house last year. This is what swatting looks like. Doxing leads to swatting. Keemstar clearly knows this.
Swatted so fast.
He's fully aware of the consequence of saying this.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
And swatting sometimes leads to death, as we'll find out later in this video.
People need to know where this dude lives.
Now I'm gonna get swatted. Look at them all there.
No, but what did he even do? What did he even do to deserve this in the eyes of Keemstar? Like, what did this guy even do to you?
They're fucking everywhere. These cops are everywhere. Thank you. I wonder who did this one. I'm sorry, I am recording for this situation because it happens a lot.
I know, yeah,
so,
we know, we got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I called you guys. I'm like, listen, it's fake. It's not true.
Keemstar is shocked that people think he's responsible. Of course, he never called the police
my
himself.
God.
That would be
Okay.
illegal. He just gleefully put the information on his stream, daring any of his followers to do it for him.
Like, now I'm being accused of swatting people.
Now I'm being accused of swatting people. Like, 1 + 1 isn't 2. Duh.
All right? I can't even believe that this is a thing, and I
cannot even believe.
cannot believe that people actually believe it.
His Skype is literally Smile for YouTube.
People actually believe it.
This is his phone number.
People actually.
He crossed him? Like, did he actually do anything? Dude, no.
Actually believe it.
This is his wife's phone number.
People actually believe it.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
People actually believe it.
People need to know where this dude lives.
People actually believe it.
Look at them
A sadist worships the devil. I mean, I don't think that was a bit either. I think that was so real.
all there.
Is it really that hard to
Did he swat first?
believe? Listen to Keemstar talk about him after leaking all of his private info on stream.
This kid is a fucking loser in every sense of the word. I've never dealt with such a loser in my life. Like,
That all you
this
have to
guy
say about this
has
guy?
No friends. 0 friends. And I have trolled him so hard that his life is consumed by the thought of me.
Now I'm being accused of
This guy has 0 empathy, dude.
swatting people. All right? I can't even believe that this is a thing, and I cannot believe that people actually believe it.
Keemstar claims that Smile4YouTube swatted him first.
Smile4YouTube dude is a liar, all right? I never swatted him. He swatted me, and he swatted Basher.
And even if that's true, does it really justify leaking his wife's phone number? What did she have to do with it?
This is his wife's phone number.
And his home address, endangering the lives of his children.
Dealing with a fucking father.
This is a man that's willing to endanger children over a petty internet beef.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
We need this dude's address.
Still fast as fuck.
This is his wife's phone number. Dealing with a fucking father.
Look at them all there.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Yeah, I dox people all the time. I run a news show.
People need to know where this dude lives.
Have any idea how fast I am?
Like, this guy has no friends. And I have trolled him so hard that his life is consumed by the thought of me. Me.
A man in Los Angeles is under arrest for a suspected prank that originated in the gaming community.
but turned deadly in real life in Kansas. John Blackstone with how it unfolded.
Wichita police officers believe they were responding to a hostage situation when Andrew Fitch was shot dead after he appeared to be reaching for a weapon. It was all a mistake, started by this phony call to 911.
I'm just pointing the gun at them, making sure they stay in the closet. My mom and my little brother.
Okay, is there any way you can put the gun up?
No.
Police believe the call was actually made by 25-year-old Tyler Barris, 1,300 miles away in Los Angeles.
Let's get rolling.
Wow.
Into the news. We reached out to him and we asked him if we could get an interview with him, and we did. And this is what the person that made this fake police call said. Roll it.
This one really went under the radar, but I find it really disturbing that Keemstar, the day after this murder happened, was able to get this kid on his show, fully monetized. Keemstar cashed in big time on this whole ordeal. And I also, if I recall correctly, the interview brought to you by the SWAT murder was also sponsored by G Fuel. Use code KEEM for 10% off of your life expectancy.
You swatted that address, correct?
This was a while ago. This was 5 years ago that he made this video.
Sure.
Okay, so you swatted the address, you put in the fake hostage situation, correct?
Yep.
And then this guy gets killed.
That's what happened, I guess.
And you take any responsibility for...
That's what happened, I guess. I didn't get anyone killed because I didn't discharge a weapon, and being a SWAT member isn't my profession.
What happened?
I don't believe that I'm the only guilty party involved in this whole incident. You could point the finger at the cop who killed someone. You could point the finger at the guy who made the call. You could point the finger at the person who provided the address saying, oh, look, this is where I live. Go ahead and swat me. So it's really, in my opinion, debatable.
Isn't it wonderful that Keemstar is giving this murder the opportunity to place blame on others, totally uncontested?
There's multiple people that caused this to happen, right?
While still at large from the police. And can we appreciate the irony of Keemstar, of all people, to sit here and pretend to be outraged when he enables this kind of behavior all the time?
What would you say to the family?
We need this dude's address.
I mean, this family doesn't have a, these kids don't have a parent.
Dealing with a fucking father.
The mother has lost a son.
This is his wife's phone number.
This family has lost a member of their family because of your actions.
People need to know where this dude lives. This kid is a fucking loser in every sense of the word. I've never dealt with such a loser in my life. Like, this guy has no friends. Zero friends.
H3, really? Keem lost his G-Full sponsorship?
He went on Drama Alert and mocked the tweets of a suicidal YouTuber. That's it. That's all I need to say about that.
Today's story is about Basher. He had a breakdown on Twitter, and quite frankly, he's suicidal. This is what he said on Twitter. I almost killed myself today on the way home. I'm not sure why I can't ever just go through with it. Constant highs, lows. I can't take this anymore.
By itself, this clip is bad enough. But to understand where our story is going, you need to understand Keemstar's position on mental illness in general.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Let me hear that one. That'll be just great. I can't wait.
Believe in depression in this household. We believe if you're sad, work harder. If you claim that you have mental health issues, people automatically support you. They automatically feel bad for you. They automatically give you attention. Do you get it? That a lot of this is bullshit. That depression and mental health issues is the biggest shield in the fucking world.
FYI, everybody gets depressed, but only the weak let it define them. And you are weak. If you want to be left alone, here's a block. Drug companies invent all of these mental illnesses so they could sell drugs to morons.
social anxiety is 100% a fake invented illness, so they can sell you drugs and make millions. Stop being weak. Society is literally going to die if you keep this bullshit up. Real talk. If you suffer from panic attacks and you're old enough to drink, the best way to stop a panic attack real quick is to have a sip of beer. You only need like 3 sips. Brought to you by Dr. Daniel Keemstar. Sponsored by G Fuel.
Okay, I'm scared of this one.
Well, sadly, we are learning new details about the death of popular YouTuber Etika. The medical examiner's office says the 29-year-old drowned in the East River by suicide. Etika, whose real name is Desmond Amofa, was found Monday near the South Street Seaport. The NYPD says some of his things were located along the Manhattan Bridge 2 days earlier. Fans became worried about the YouTuber last week when he posted an 8-minute video saying, "It's been a nice life."
Let's go right into the news. Etika has lost his mind like the 3rd time.
Etika is a YouTuber that unfortunately took his own life. It shook a lot of us to the core and caused a lot of introspection in the YouTube community. I believe he suffered from bipolar disorder. And he was known for going through extreme manic states and making a spectacle on YouTube. And Keemstar, of course, was very quick to capitalize on these spectacles.
He started tweeting out crazy.
And I'm guessing since he doesn't believe in mental health illness, you know, it's just something to mock, make fun of.
Crazy things yesterday. Once again, for the final time, I'm God. And so are you. Oh my God. Wait, I'm God. I'm God. He's God. We're all God.
When you're bipolar and you're in a manic state, you have to understand that you can become very detached from reality. And what this person needs is certainly professional help and tenderness, and not being fed into their mania. You could see, for example, just how worried about him Keemstar is.
Etika has lost his mind.
Etika has lost his mind.
I mean, don't be so excited about it, dude. It's kind of a bummer. I doubt that him and his fans and his family are feeling that happy about it. At one point, he was arrested by the police, and Keemstar noted that he couldn't help but laugh at it.
Somebody, and we don't know who, called the police on him. The police showed up to his apartment, and this is the video he posted on Twitter. Roll it.
Yeah, I think somebody's trying to hurt me. I don't know. It's people online. People online are trying to hurt me. Online. People online. Don't let them hurt me, okay? Because they keep calling the cops on me. The people online that are calling, they hate me for some reason. I don't know why they hate me, though. All I do, I make porno, though. I make porn. I make a lot of porn. So I'm really rich. I have a lot of money. I make a lot of porn. So that's probably why.
It's like impossible not to laugh at that.
During a previous manic episode, Keemstar had tweeted out the address, the location of the mental hospital he was being stayed at. You're in a manic state. The last thing you need is being fed more energy and excitement and mania. Maybe doxing someone is bad enough, but a dude in a manic state having a breakdown to dox his
Yeah, it sounded like he was saying porn.
mental institute is just... I found myself staring at this tweet in complete disbelief. The day before Keemstar doxed his...
Someone's actually like voluntarily or not having to work on their mental health, and you tell people where they are? What the hell, dude?
mental hospital. He tweeted out, Etika fans are tweeting at me saying I shouldn't be streaming Red Dead at a time like this. He's not my friend. I barely speak to him. I'm worried, but there's nothing I can do. And it's Red Dead too. Sorry, but I'm streaming it no matter what. 3 days later, Keemstar is tagging Etika and putting as much tension on him as possible. Retweet if you want an interview with Etika. And then people start giving him shit in the comments. Leave him alone. Give him some time to rest. Suck a dick. I run a news channel. I'm going to get my viewers the news. I don't give a fuck about your fake social justice warrior emotions on Twitter for attention.
This really shows how Keemstar views Etika more as a commodity than a person. Keemstar's channel performance is way more important than the well-being of Etika. During one of his manic states, the police broke into his apartment.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm really, really scared. I'm really, really scared right now. Look, can you see me?
Okay, Desmond.
Okay.
All right. Glad your hands are empty, okay?
Okay. Okay. Here. Here. Look. Okay.
Turn around, buddy.
Okay.
Ow.
And released him a couple hours later. Now, Keemstar was quick to scoop him up in his vulnerable state, the manic state he was in, and immediately put him on his show.
So there you have it. That was the end of that. They took Etika to the mental hospital, but only a few hours later, he was released. I jumped in his DMs and set up this interview, and let me just tell you, things got crazy.
You should also notice the nice little meme he introduces him with that shows really truly how little he cares about Etika.
That's what's going on. It's me, the Antichrist. I've come to purge the planet of all human life. I will be dropping nuclear missiles very, very soon on every single human being. Death means nothing. Why are you all so scared of death for? It means absolutely zero in the interim. Why do you think I made Trump president? We're about to get some fireworks real soon.
I agree with what you're saying, Mawiwi. But when I look at this Keemstar and the Keemstar from today, I don't see a lot of difference. And in that sense, I feel like maybe he apologized, but I think he might have apologized because it's in his best interest to do so, and not because he actually feels that way. Does that make sense? I just don't feel like there's a change in the person. We still see him deal with mental illness the same way as he did back then, as something to be exploited and not something to be careful about whatsoever. Does that make sense? So I do agree with the fact that, you know, we make mistakes, we deal with situations the wrong way, we can apologize and do better, but the do better is not what's happening. So what we're seeing is the same guy. The fact that he apologized, you have to actually mean it and then change for that to mean something for us too. You know, I'm not a Keemstar stan, but I've been in the HD community throughout all of this, and I personally feel like I've seen a difference, and yes, I agree with you. You've seen a difference in Keemstar? In his true feelings regarding mental illness, or in how more careful he is with his reputation online? Because there would be a difference between those two, right? Keem just got more savvy on how, exactly, right, how to, exactly, market. The core of him leaks out every now and then, and they're still pretty rotten. Maybe he's gotten better in some ways, but not a lot. Yeah, so if anything, he might have been better at how he expresses it, but I feel like a lot of these opinions are still with him. Then there's something else that I want to remind you guys of. There is, even 5 years ago, there is this culture of being very extreme, and Wings of Redemption has talked about this as well. Sometimes a lot of very extreme opinions are being expressed by these characters, and it isn't necessarily how they feel inside, right? So we do have to keep in mind that sometimes there might be very extreme things being said that they don't necessarily mean. It's more for controversy, more for shock value. And I'm not a fan of this guy, but that can be happening a lot of times as well. So keep that in mind. I know that Wings of Redemption has gotten through a lot of moments where he said things that he didn't really mean for shock value. And probably Keemstar has done that plenty of times as well.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Etika is on the line here. Now, Etika, when you say death means nothing,
because it seems like a big part of his persona as this big drama alert guy is to be shocking. It is to mock. It is to make fun of vulnerable situations. That's how he got big, most likely, right? You guys mentioned a bunch of troll videos and video games. That's the sort of stuff that we're talking about. That's the sort of character that we're talking about. And yes, he might have a very trolly, lack of empathy personality, but it doesn't always mean that the extreme stuff being said is actually how he feels.
Are you basically saying that life is a simulation? Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, life is a video game. We're all in a video game, and I'm the one that's putting the piece.
On the other hand, I have dealt with people who are in who are dealing with psychotic breaks and with crisis with their mental health, and I cannot respect someone who not only thinks it is bullshit, but also takes advantage of it for entertainment. I can never respect that, especially with a situation like this where they're clearly in the middle of it, and they're not being they're themselves, you know. They're in the middle of a crisis. I don't think I can't respect anybody taking advantage of that for entertainment.
Pieces together. Everything that you've done in your life, Keemstar, was all leading up to this moment, to where you can broadcast the start of the beginning of the rise of the known Antichrist. I am the Antichrist. I am the one who brings death to all.
Etika is clearly having delusions of grandeur and at the peak of a manic state. Keemstar has no concern for stopping this interview and getting him help. He's only interested in the spectacle of Etika.
Etika has lost his mind!
Of feeding into his delusions and broadcasting it to millions of people.
What is your purpose? What is the overall purpose of the Antichrist?
Stop repeating me the fucking... I said to purge all life.
This is the absolute worst thing he could do for Etika. Loading him up with more attention and feeding into his manic state. He knew he would get lots of views, and he did, with great cost to Etika.
Scariest thing about thinking that the world is a simulation and it's predestined and all that is then there's no reason to live. Why not?
Why do you fear death?
Keemstar's greatest moment comes when he asks Etika in a manic state, why doesn't he just jump off a cliff?
If you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Of course, hypothetical, but it is quite a coincidence when you consider that only 51 days later, that very same YouTuber jumped off a bridge to his death.
A popular...
Okay, listen. As someone who has dealt with this sort of crisis, and there's many different, maybe not specifically bipolar, but 51 days later, yeah, I don't think we can relate the two. Okay. Manic states don't. A manic state does not last that long, okay? They can have several ones, but it does not last that long, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would not connect those two. If I'm on the outside, I would not connect those two.
YouTube personality and gamer from Brooklyn is missing tonight, and a video...
I don't think 51 days later, this guy is going to think about what Keemstar said and do anything based off of that conversation. Does it look good? Obviously not. But I would not say that, because I've heard people blame Keemstar for the death of Etika. And this is the first time I'm looking at the interview and the conversations and the people, and I would say it played a factor. I mean, it could, obviously, it could. But I wouldn't directly say that one caused the other, or even like 50%, or even like 25%, or. But yeah, let's keep watching.
Posted before he disappeared has family and friends worried. That's 29-year-old Desmond Amofa, also known as Etika online. He published an 8-minute video yesterday apologizing to those he feels he's let down. Now, nobody's been able to reach him since.
And of course, who was there to collect the revenue?
Absolutely, Keemstar is like the worst guy to be doing an interview with a bipolar person who just left the mental institution 2 hours previous, right? 100%. Keemstar should have not been on the phone with this guy. But I didn't. Yeah. We don't know what part it could have played. Maybe in a small way it did, but I would not link those two. I still hate the way that he dealt with that interview, obviously. He has no respect for mental illness whatsoever. I don't know, do we know that he's been through this with any family member? Like from the most basic to the most extreme. Has he not dealt with like simple things like depression? A lot of people deal with that. A lot of people deal with anxiety. Does he not have anybody in the family that he respects that even in the slightest?
Into the news!
It's hard to believe, right? Because we have a lot of people diagnosed with things like that.
We have a bunch of news for you today, but first...
We will never know what's going on through Etika's head. No, we don't. No, we don't. It's 100% true. Etika's girlfriend may have defended Keem under the idea that it will end the nightmare they're all going through. Right. So, yeah, that's the other thing. We never know. Not a click in the warning. Hi, Richie. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just dealing with one of the worst ones probably. How you doing?
Etika has gone missing. Nobody can find him.
And who was there to tweet out that he thought he was lying, that he was weak, that he didn't believe him?
There is a possibility that this is a publicity stunt.
The thing that pisses me off is that Etika now 100% knows the internet is worried about him. And 13 hours later, he's not notifying his fans that he's okay. Maybe it's because he did off himself, but I doubt it. Sounds like a dude that really cares about his friends.
It clearly seems to me that Keemstar has zero respect for mental illness. I don't think he understands it whatsoever. And I have dealt with people like that, right? People who do indeed think that mental illness is like a made-up thing, that people don't go through a crisis, that people exaggerate everything, that people don't see things or don't hear voices, or he cannot imagine what that's like. And he has no sympathy for it. He thinks it's all just an excuse for sympathy and attention.
Friend. How about this tweet from only a couple months earlier? Dear Etika, normally I would say...
But doesn't a guy like Keemstar have, like, people who are close to him who can advise him better? Because holy crap, the things that he's saying at this point around the subject.
They stop going crazy, but there's no news going on. So go full July 15th, baby. I've got kids to feed. Once Etika's body is found by the NYPD, he suddenly turns to homie, and the rewriting of history quickly begins.
Yeah. Now it starts to look bad, doesn't it, Keem?
Begins to cover.
Did you never think that this could be a possibility? Did he never for 1 second think that it might actually end up like that?
For his tracks. Scumbags are trying to pin my friend's death on me. I can't even mourn my homie. Yes, I'm sure Keemstar cared deeply.
Mourn your homie? Really?
For Etika.
Etika has lost his mind.
Friends they were. iDubbbz had a great segment in Content Cop about how Keemstar considers people his, quote, friends. I'll let him tell it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yo, I had a 30-minute call with Keemstar at one point. Are we homies too? Yo, what? I might have talked with him more than he did with Etika.
If Keemstar thought him and I were friends. You know, just because I follow him back on Twitter, he's probably thinking, iDubbbz referred to me as buddy in the DMs. He must be my friend. So if he ever makes a video on me, I'm going to say, we were friends. We were supposed to be friends. We were never friends, cunt.
People don't understand and they don't ask me questions. They just point the finger and say, you're to blame. And there's so much more that happened privately that just you guys don't understand. And I just want to mourn my friend. So please stop making me defend myself. Some people are pulling up a tweet from October of 2018 and where I said, you know, I've only talked to Etika a few times. We're not really friends. And that was true. That was the truth. Like at that time, we only became close and, you know, had conversations, you know, in length privately about really life in general and YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Only kind of around the time that we did the interview.
What? That seems very unlikely. That's true, chat. He had lengthy conversations about life, YouTube, and Twitter.
Interview. I never did show you guys the end of that interview with his good friend Etika, with his homie. I recorded an interview with Etika. He started yelling and rage quit. He got mad because I called him out for being weak. Keemstar loves to call people suffering from mental illness weak. But
Wasn't he trying to convince you to drop the VTuber and work for him? Yep. Happened a few times. I know in Etika's last video he said not to blame Keem, and the family of Etika doesn't blame. Yeah, I don't see it either. I can see people wanting to connect those two. And obviously Keemstar is not a great guy, and it looks terrible with how much he I would say there's some harassment involved. I would say, listen. I would say if the internet was somewhat a cause for him to do that, which is possible, but then again, remember the things that he's going through in his head, right? But the internet might have had an impact on his decision at the end, and Keemstar is part of that internet. It's part of that harassment. So I can't say it's he's 100% without fault.
Go back and see how that interview actually ended with his good friend Etika.
I've been on this platform and I've tried my best to not step on any toes. I've always tried my best to consider other people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I never wanted to. I always shied away from whenever people would make fun of people, and it just felt bad. It's like, why would you tear that person down? Be nice to people. I know I always thought I was weird, because why would I never want to jump to hurt?
Hemi with the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Thank you, Hemi. Thank you.
Someone. I always just wanted to make content and have fun, and I realized now,
you can crack jokes about people and still have fun. It's not.
I'm off. I'll catch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Night nights. Have a good night, Hemi. Sleep well. Have a good cheat day tomorrow if you end up having one. Enjoy.
Being mean.
Yeah, but you're mean about it.
No, maybe it was today. Today's Saturday.
You're mean about it. You're mean about it. Sometimes you're heartless.
Sometimes I am mean about it, but it's still funny.
Yes, that's
it's still funny. It's still funny. It is funny though.
Look, I do dark humor, and I don't kill people like you do sometimes. You killed that old man by calling him a pedophile. I've never done anything of the like.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That's ridiculous.
Listen, shut up.
Shut up. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to shut up. We got a story wrong for about 45 minutes. The video was taken down. I offered the guy 20 grand on the spot.
Shut up. I know the situation. I watched you. Yeah. And then you apologized. You went on the stream, and you told the audience to go and give him love. I did everything I could to make it right with that dude. I'm not.
This is his homie, by the way. His homie.
Not shutting up. I'm not shutting it up. You just said something that was so much bullshit.
Yeah, but you still called him a pedophile with no information, you motherfucking asshole.
Because I was fed wrong information,
you like
and you know that. Because I was fed wrong information.
Sometimes it sucks looking in the mirror, doesn't it? Doesn't it hurt, Keemstar? It hurts when you feel the same thing that you've done to other people. Doesn't it hurt?
I looked in the mirror 20 minutes after it happened. 20 minutes after it happened.
Weakling. Record this and put it on Drama Alert at 12 tonight.
I'm recording it right now. Oh my God, what a that job.
Yeah, that's his homie. I can tell.
People don't understand and they don't ask me questions.
Etika has lost his mind like the 3rd time.
You're right, Desert, and it's not even better nowadays. Nowadays, it's worse. You have to be even more extreme for attention. You have to be even more controversial. You have to say the craziest things, sometimes that you don't mean at all, to get noticed. And some people are willing to do that.
I just point the finger and say,
being genuine and being kind, it's not what gets you there.
You're to blame.
Possible not to laugh at that.
And there's so much more that happened privately.
Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Just you guys don't understand.
Was this a publicity stunt?
And I just want to mourn my friend. So please stop making me defend myself.
We're all gone.
We only became close and, had conversations.
What a that job.
In length privately about really life in general.
People tend, it's this really crazy thing, this human thing that we do where we give credit to people who are known, people who have made a name for themselves, people who have money. It's such a weird dynamic. We praise that, you know? We praise status.
And YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Only kind of around the time that we did the interview. Before the interview, and after.
Before and after the interview.
FouseyTube is another YouTuber who is a frequent target of Keemstar's. He also suffered a manic break, and here he is talking directly to Keemstar.
Hey, I'm just telling you as a man at 28 years old what I feel. You made me want to commit suicide last year. I wanted to kill myself because of all the attention you gave me. I rewatched videos going viral after the attention you're giving me now of you saying Fousey is the biggest piece of shit, egotistical asshole on this earth. I have bipolar and depression. That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself.
But ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that Ethan Klein is a liar. He's a liar, you liar. That's not the truth. You didn't spend $15,000 of your own money. And in the video he uploaded yesterday, again, he said, I spent my own money on the slot. That's just not true. And I'll tell you why.
Wait, Ethan and Keem are friends? You're kidding me. That, really? No. Really? No. That can't be right.
It's not true. Because like 3 years ago, there was this really popular game called Payday 2. And the creators of Payday 2 basically came out and said, look, we're gonna do an H3H3 DLC.
Oh, okay, so like an online truce, right? Yeah, that's kind of different.
Pack. We're gonna sell it for $5, and all the money we make, we're gonna give to H3H3 for the lawsuit. The lawsuit. Suit. You liar. That's not the truth.
Here we are back at the beginning of our video, where Keemstar was just accusing me of a felony fraud.
But ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that Ethan Klein is a liar.
If what he claims were true, not only would I be a terrible person, I'd also be in legal trouble with both Starbreeze, the game's producer, and I'm sure the federal government.
I pride myself on getting you the facts.
But surely with such incredible claims, a newsman like Keemstar would have incredible evidence to back it up.
I pride myself on getting this right.
Otherwise, it would just be out.
No, this is not recent. This was 5 years ago. So yeah, definitely a good reminder. 5 years ago.
Right, slam.
Unfortunately, that's how I conclude there isn't much difference in the person that we're seeing. You guys might have another opinion than me. Obviously, you might have seen different things than me, but yeah. It's interesting to see this from 5 years ago, and then the guy that we see today.
Let's see what he's got.
Payday 2's new H3H3 themed DLC sells for $4.99.
You know why they don't talk about Keemstar recently? Because there's nothing to talk about. There's literally nothing to say.
$99, which the developer Overkill will receive 0% of the cut. It's a matter of protecting IP.
And his proof is, get this, one Kotaku article that says, quote, it's a matter of IP. Yes, that's his whole quote. He's going to go out to 1 million people and say Ethan Klein is a liar and guilty of felony fraud because Kotaku said it's a matter of IP.
It's a matter of protecting IP, blah, 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 blah. They're giving them the money for the lawsuit.
Bro, blah, 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 blah. You're a news guy. You don't blah, blah, blah. You blah, blah, blah the whole article. Maybe you didn't blah, 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 blah article. You'd actually know that what you're saying is bullshit. G Fuel apparently blah, blah, blah your whole history when they decided to sponsor you.
Blah, 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 blah. They're giving them the money for the lawsuit.
Next time you watch Keemstar, remember what his research entails.
All right. It's the blah, 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 blah.
Now, I'm assuming Keemstar wouldn't just make something like this up.
I pride myself on getting you the facts.
So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And let's call someone who would actually know. So I called Almir Listo, the global brand director for Starbreeze Studios. They made the game, and he brokered the deal for us. Have you spoken to Keemstar?
No.
Okay.
I'm not talking to Keemstar.
Oh, he didn't ask you. Well, did I commit fraud? Was that money meant for us?
It was 100% meant for you and Hila, yeah.
So I didn't commit fraud?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because he was saying that I like stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you're saying that's not true, and you're the guy that set up the deal and did everything. So if anyone would know, it would be you, right? Not Keemstar.
It would be me, yeah.
Yeah, it would be you. Okay, fantastic. Well, I feel much better. I feel like the FBI will be relieved to know that, and no fraud.
All right.
But all right, thanks, man. Take care, dude.
Take care.
This is a big fuck up. This is a serious big fuck up to the point where
Which one? Which facts one, Pete?
just feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. I can't believe that we would fuck up like this. We reported a story that this Massachusetts man, John Phillips, had sex with a teen that he married in an online game in RudeScape back in 2011. Okay? And that he got out of jail and that he's streaming on Twitch again. Now, the problem with this...
Oh, I pride myself on giving the fact. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not John. That's a gentleman named Tony. And when we reported this video, a bunch of you went over and harassed this guy. Called him names, pedo, sex offender, you name it. This guy didn't do anything. He didn't do anything wrong. And because of me, he was harassed. I pride myself on getting you the facts. Like, I pride myself on getting this right. I don't ever want to f up like this again. I don't ever want to fail you like this again. I pride myself on being right. And I was not right this time. And Tony, if you're watching, we're going to make this right with you, no matter what we have to do.
I am not going to put up with you fucking blaming me for people trolling you anymore.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
And I'm holding back every urge from saying just like, go fuck you, go fuck yourself. I'm holding that back.
Any idea how fast I am?
Go get an attorney and sue my ass.
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
Every single day I get a death threat on the email because I'm a pedophile.
Go fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I mean, you know, whose fault do you think that is? Come on.
The reason I showed you this is because he hasn't changed. He never changed. It only took him 1 year to turn on Tony. This is a man that purports to do the news, but goes out and calls a man a pedophile based on a picture, or to accuse someone of a felony fraud with absolutely no evidence.
I don't kill people like you do sometimes. You kill that old man by calling him a pedophile.
A hateful, spiteful person that can't differentiate between personal vendetta and news.
He's pissed off, man. This guy's mad at the world.
He wields his audience like a weapon, striking at anyone that dares to criticize him.
We need this dude's address. We need to drop his address.
And if the facts don't suit his mission, then he will alter them, manipulate them, and create them.
Do you touch kids?
Until the harassment becomes so unbearable, you simply surrender.
Keemstar, I apologize, and I won't be sending you any more tweets, and no matter what, I'll do my very best to make sure that your name never comes out of my mouth. Now, on my show, when people bring you up, I'm just going to tell them that, hey, I think you're a nice guy, and I don't want no trouble.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
Just to give you an idea of how Keemstar torments and harasses people on his enemy list, let me show you some of the DMs he sent me over the years. Now, these are cold DMs. I've already unfollowed him, and he is sending...
The thing is, people are legit scared of what he can do, you know? Because that is the power that he has. He told his community that this guy was a pedophile, and he came back and he might do the same. And people bullied him for years. An innocent man. That is the power, and people are scared of it.
Me these DMs unsolicited, out of the cold blue, for the express purpose of harassing me. So I really don't feel bad sharing these tweets at all. Currently working on an H3H3 lying salty man-child video. Have a few questions. Have you ever flagged down another YouTuber creator's video? I don't answer. And he persists. Can I get an answer here? I'm trying to meet your request of giving non-stop defense because your baby ass can't defend yourself. Keemstar will make insane accusations, groundless accusations, and then he expects you to defend yourself. In fact, he likes it if you'll come on his show and defend himself. That's how his operation works. And so he goes, oh, well, he didn't say anything in his defense, so he must be guilty. Have you ever lied to anyone on YouTube? What are you, the fucking FBI? I don't have to answer shit, you dumbass. Bro, I am honestly starting to think you are having mental issues. Want B, to grab a number for you to call from Etika Costello? He's making a reference to some like Team 10 drama. It's like, bro, this is the next day. This is the night, and then the next day in the morning. He goes, have you ever lied about anyone on YouTube? And then 2 days later, can I get a sorry yet, or do I need to keep defending myself? He's like an abusive spouse, punching his...
Yeah, abusive spouse. Abusive spouse, salty ex-boyfriend, the list goes on.
His girlfriend in the face.
Have you ever looked into the Trisha Paytas lore? No, I have not. I have not.
Do I need to keep defending myself, or are you going to apologize? We made a video about CSGO lottery, about how these two dudes, T Martin Pro Syndicate, were pretending to gamble on a CSGO lottery site that they owned. It was crooked as hell, and we made a video about it. So Keemstar...
Fuck you guys, I'm going to the FBI!
DMs me out of the cold blue, and he says, I know about the CSGO gambling investment for a while now. People are talking. I said, are you accusing me of being invested in CSGO gambling? He goes, me? No. Others may be, though. I go, oh. Interesting. I say, did you invest? He said, yeah, I made a ton of money too. He goes on to say, Kay, did you invest under someone else's name? Which I guess it leads me to believe he's like, well, I didn't find any evidence of you investing. Did you happen to break the law under someone else's name I could tell you, I could report on? And there's so many other examples. I could frankly make an entire new video about it. He tweeted out an anonymous letter about how I hired a PR firm to remove videos critical of me for being anti-Semitic.
There has been an anonymous letter posted to the internet saying that H3H3 Ethan Klein was going to try to create a scenario that the hate against him was anti-Semitism.
He retweeted people saying that I was faking our $100,000 giveaway. And this video, which is honestly just so gold, I think you should just watch it.
Ethan Klein, H3H3, trying to shut down Comic-Con. Now recently, there has been an outbreak of coronavirus in Seattle, Washington. And the middle of March, Comic-Con is going to be in Seattle, Washington. And apparently 100,000 people are going to show up from around the country, around the world, really. And Ethan Klein, H3H3, I mean, he's trying to get it shut down. He's tagging the governor. He's tagging the politicians. He's demanding that Comic-Con get shut down for the safety of the human race. Now I'm looking at these tweets and I'm like, bro, something ain't right. Something had to have happened behind the scenes between H3H3 and Comic-Con. There had to be some bad blood. Maybe he was planning on going. They weren't going to pay him the right amount. Something happened behind the scenes that he's trying to get Comic-Con shut down. Something ain't right.
I am but one man. Probably not even the most hated man in Keemstar's life. And you've seen the length he's gone to harass me, to slander me, to rewrite history in every conceivable way to make me look evil. And frankly, it has worked on a lot of people. I have a wonderful support system, a wife that loves me, a stable financial system. I'm fortunate and blessed in every conceivable way. And this kind of targeted harassment from Keemstar actually does take a toll on me mentally. And when I'm already having...
Imagine people who don't have that support system or struggle with their mental illness worse than Ethan Klein, right?
a hard time.
And people who don't have all the resources that he has, or like even smaller creators.
Keemstar is sure to drill in and give me even a worse time as possible.
Are you okay, bro? I'm actually worried about you, bro. I think maybe you're having like a mental breakdown.
Now, what happens when someone who has a less stable situation than me endures this targeted and sustained harassment from Keemstar? What happens to them? You know, the streamer that Keemstar accused falsely of being a pedophile had a beautiful way of putting into words what this whole video is driving at.
You know, in life, we're responsible for our own actions. And, you know, we should be a little bit more careful about what we say and do. Because, you know, actions have consequences and they hurt people. It's really that simple. I mean, you know, and they destroy lives. You know, they always say loose lips sink ships, you know. Bottom line is, you start a rumor and, you know, one person tells two and two tell four and two tell eight. And the next thing you know, the whole damn world is believing a bunch of bullshit that's not even true. And, you know, that's exactly what's happened in this case. And look, hey...
Are you a man? Well, there are two men on screen. This old man right here that's talking, and then there's also Keemstar in the corner.
You know, I'm 64. I'm not real internet savvy. I'm not into all this. But I'll tell you one thing I'm not used to. I'm not used to being called a pedophile. Now, you know, if you accuse me of being bald and fat and ugly, I'll agree with you, okay? Hey, but
I gotta
I'm no pedophile, and that's a terrible thing to say about somebody, period.
Look at it waggle. It does this when I go happy, look. Ha ha ha! Look at it go!
Anyway, I sent a little Twitter out. I just said, Keemstar, just so you know, your BS a year and a half ago still causes me trouble every day. And it does.
Go fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Keemstar.
Okay, my browser decided to take a dump. We know that's not a tail, what is it then? No, you shut up your face. Let me see if I can recover this. Hello? Hello? One second. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. Come on. Ah! I think it recovered. I think we're good to go.
Nibble on your cheese. Sit behind your desk like a rat king. Claim you report the news at what cost?
Yeah, I took a dump. It wasn't even my internet. Sometimes my browser just... bleh. Okay, so after this video entitled Content Nuke Keemstar, H3H3 made 2 more videos. And they're pretty short, so we can watch them.
Victim, like, oh, the big bad Keemstar has been after me forever and it's had a huge toll on my mental health. You said, thank God I have the support group around me.
Oh
well,
my
I have a
God.
support group around me, and I can't wait for you to see them because they're really pissed off at that video you uploaded for multiple goddamn reasons. Good luck, Ethan, because you're gonna fucking need it.
Was that a threat? Ooh, my goodness.
Dude, this is the type of dude that is crazy. Like, you can clearly tell he's not right in the head. Like, I feel like
I used to play H1Z1. I used to stream H1Z1 back in the day. Yo, do you think at some point we were in the same category together? Crazy.
Dude is gonna try to kill himself.
I was on Twitch,
so
though.
I get in trouble. Like, I can see this dude sitting
I used
there
to play this
rationalizing
every day.
his head.
It was my very first Battle Royale game.
You know what I'll do? I'll kill myself, and then Keemstar will be in a world of trouble.
When Basher had his now infamous breakdown on YouTube, Keemstar's initial reaction was, if this dude kills himself, How is it gonna hurt me?
Oh my god, he's crazy.
And autodidact.
Oh my god, this guy really is a psycho.
Not to stop streaming and reach out to him. Not to let up with his harassment. No, how will this hurt me?
And Keemstar just keeps freaking, it's just constant barrage.
Adding with what FouseyTube said,
That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself!
how many times has Keemstar been faced with the real possibility that someone he's criticized might harm themselves?
Dude, somebody download this video. Right now. Download that video. Holy fuck. Like, I feel like this dude is going to try to kill himself so I get in trouble.
The nuke has made full
Dude, it really is all about Keemstar, isn't it?
impact, and they say the fallout is even deadlier. The good news from our content nuke is that Tony, the guy Keemstar accused of being a child predator, was showered with love and support from our fans.
Really? Oh, I'm happy about that.
Which I have to say is in stark contrast from the attention that Keemstar sent him. So I thank you
Yeah,
guys all for
good,
showing
good.
Tony love.
I can't
Tony.
believe the unbelievable, fantastic day I just had. I mean, this gentleman named Ethan, who is H3H3, made a video and sent more love to me and my family than you can possibly imagine.
Now, Keemstar has already responded to our video, and I do not want to let him snake his way out of this like the many times before. So I want to go piece by piece and dissect his argument. So here, let's watch.
I don't understand why I'm still getting hate.
Oh, wait, that's not the right video.
I don't. That should be another one. That should be another soundbite. I do not understand why I'm getting so much hate. That's another one.
Sorry. Roll it.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation and everyone else that's going to see this video?
If I remember, Tony sadly had a downfall with a manager. Really? A manager?
This is not a Drama Alert video. This is not a news video. I'm making a video today responding to a video that was uploaded yesterday by H3H3, where he accused me of various things that can be proved wrong, completely out of context, just plain wrong. But the most damning thing that he accused me of is killing Etika.
It's so cheap to try to boil down my entire 46-minute video to me saying you killed Etika, which is a point that I never even made, let's be honest. It's a perfect straw man for you to dismiss the entire video by responding to an argument that I never even made. If I thought you killed Etika, I would be going to the police and not making a YouTube video. The point that I'm trying to make is that you created a horribly toxic environment for him and everybody else with mental problems. Yeah. And by the way, you have a long track record of belittling the mentally ill. As I point out, it's not just about Etika, it's about so much more. Boogie, for example, tweeted this out after our video came out. He said, one more thing on Keemstar. Yes, last summer when I was suicidal, he added me to a chat and tried to help. But after realizing his advice of just stop being sad didn't work, he quickly got frustrated. He called me weak. He said, I faked my mental illness. No love lost. This is a man that has shown himself time and time again to be toxically insensitive, belittling of the mentally ill. Even in this video, he can't help but mock my mental health.
Towards the end of your video, you act like a victim. Like, oh, the big bad Keemstar has been after me forever and it's had a huge toll on my mental health. Huge toll on my mental health.
I mean, the dude can't even pretend to be sensitive to it for one video.
If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Yes, I said that. I said that to Etika. But why did I say it to him? Because I was trying to explain to him that believing that this world is not real, believing that this world is a simulation, could put you in harm's way, could put...
No. I'm sorry. You should have just not even went there, dude. No.
Put you in danger.
No, that's not what you were doing whatsoever. I'm sorry.
If you don't think this is real, then why live?
Keemstar
Holy crap, dude.
Can't even make this sound good when he's trying desperately to explain it. It still sounds awful.
Then why live? Ethan, you are a piece of fucking garbage. Garbage. Garbage.
Garbage. Garbage.
Garbage.
Now, Keemstar goes on to say, well, I sent him so many nice tweets. Why didn't you show that ones? You only showed the mean ones. Here, let me show you an example of one of these nice tweets he sent Etika.
I tweeted out, I actually like Etika. I don't think he's evil like Fousey. I don't think he's evil like Fousey.
I don't think he's evil like Fousey. If that isn't high praise, I don't know what is. He isn't evil.
But then, as you act on your high horse, you completely forget when FouseyTube was having his mental breakdown, you did a whole podcast roasting him over it.
Is he, I mean, I can't tell if he's just like cracked out.
No.
Or if he's just on a manic rampage.
I think, it
Fucking hypocrite. You've always been a goddamn hypocrite.
He tries to prove I'm a hypocrite by showing that I was harsh to FouseyTube. And
how much Flex Seal do you think he uses to style his
he
beard?
conveniently forgets this clip.
He's having a mental break. There's really no question about it.
Definitely.
I mean, he is bipolar, and he said that. So the dude needs help. He needs intervention, man. He needs someone who loves him and cares about him to step in.
Which is more empathy and understanding than he has ever gotten for you in the years and years of harassment you've laid at his feet. Notice how Keemstar, instead of actually trying to defend or apologize for his actions, will just try to assassinate my character and make me look like a hypocrite.
Fucking hypocrite.
Doing that doesn't absolve you of the shit you've done. Keemstar made a 3-part documentary about FouseyTube at the height of his manic peak. And in part 1, he even had people telling him to lay off. Yet he still persisted through 3 parts.
He did it to promote his music video.
Listen. What music video?
He just told me that he made a fucking music video.
Slow it down. We're not. Let me just speak for a second, for a good second, and don't interrupt me, okay? We're not talking about someone who's all there right now, okay? He's fucking going through a manic episode, 1,000,000,000,000%.
I don't know if that's true.
1,000,000,000,000%.
This is how he's doing. This is a business fucking thing
He's dropping a video about like fuck, hate, whatever.
No, did you just hear him? Did he not just say? What did he say?
Yeah, he said I'm dropping a music video. Listen, that doesn't mean shit though. Yeah, it could be.
This is to promote his music.
All I'm saying to you is, if you don't think Fousey is going through a manic episode right now, you are lost and have no understanding of what it means to be manic.
Ethan,
Who's that guy? Who is that guy?
You are a piece of fucking garbage. Garbage. And on top of it, you're a fucking hypocrite.
He's garbage. Dude.
Yeah, that's how he's a garbage. Yeah.
I'm garbage. Dude, there's so much shit you've done. I couldn't even fit it all in the first video.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely fucking pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video, and I just figured I just need to talk. I just need to fucking talk. Basher.
I'm glad at least one guy around him told him, you know? And that's what I was asking earlier. There's probably people around him that tell him these things all the time. He just chooses to ignore them because he really has a hard time understanding mental illness.
Was arrested for apparently trying to have sex with a child. He's literally manipulated these many children into thinking that he's a poor little boy instead of a monster.
Keemstar just seems freaking. It's just constant barrage. I raped.
Yeah, it might not even be a good person, but he was more, you know, aware of what was happening with Fousey than Keemstar.
Absolutely no one. I am not a fucking pedophile.
Like, I feel like this dude is gonna try to kill himself.
Literally every single accusation is about being a pedophile. What is up with that? What is up with that? Every single time. Is that the only accusation that he's able to make?
So I get in trouble. That isn't a person that's been bullied. That isn't a person that's been pushed too far. That's a crazy person.
We can now confirm that the ages were 18 and 15.
Everything we reported on Bashverse is 100% true.
18 and 15.
We're not wrong. Drumler's not wrong.
18 and 15. It's possible that he was 20 and he was 13.
This is 100% true.
I don't understand why I'm still getting hate. Now today we have a crazy story all surrounding the YouTuber known as Toby Turner, accusing Toby Turner Tobuscus about rape, abuse, drugs, and pretty much everything terrible. I'm being told that there's a lot of juicy details in there. I haven't heard it myself. This is the first time I'm going to be hearing the post.
He would grab me and tear my pants off, and I would say no and pull them back up.
so forcefully that they would tear. I still have my pants folded in the drawer that have ripped belt loops and holes in the crotch from him trying to tear his way in.
Keemstar should add a disclaimer that these were simply allegations going something
Hey, Vivi.
along the lines of innocent until proven guilty. Literally 20 minutes after Keemstar's video went public, all of Toby's channels were flooded with hateful comments and dislikes of people who thought he was genuinely a rapist.
Damn it, Toby, another one got away. You should have drugged her. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think he's a horrible person.
I don't understand why I'm still getting hate.
We have talked about a channel by the name of Daddy of Five. People start digging deeper on the channel and they find more and more instances of the kids crying and seeming in distress.
I don't really think that this is child abuse. We live in a world where if you push a kid or if you yell at a kid, that's instantly abuse. And I wouldn't necessarily label this as abuse.
Why am I still getting hate?
This is a really good soundbite.
Jessie Smiles many years ago came out and said that her ex-boyfriend raped her. I had doubt. It's like literally her ex-boyfriend. Like, I had doubt.
The Jessie Smiles and Curtis story is so hard to believe because they were both boyfriend and girlfriend. Everyone in this industry tells me what a fucking liar you are. So again, sorry I don't believe that your boyfriend raped you.
Did you not have anybody else to treat like shit today? So you just decided to do it to a rape victim. Okay, got it, got it.
I met Curtis, like, in person. So much bad vibes. Like, you know that gut feeling where you're like, this is not a good person? I now think you're guilty based on the hardcore facts of a gut feeling.
Why am I still getting hate?
The interview with these two girls that claim that Brandon and Anthony did horrible things to them.
Anthony wanted to watch me suck his cousins. She was 17 at the time, and she hooked up with Brandon.
Brandon's a Pete? What do you mean hook up? Like, what kind of hookup are we talking about?
He like convinced her to suck his dick.
Hey Brandon, I just interviewed two girls that showed me proof of harassment from your cousin Anthony. Another girl told me in the interview that you and cousin Anthony assaulted her.
What proof does she have? And then Keem himself was like, well, she doesn't have proof.
I believe she said in the interview that there's no proof. Who said there was proof?
I just interviewed two girls that showed me proof of harassment.
Oh my god, dude!
Who said there was proof? Where did I say either one of them were guilty?
But you're definitely, like, sexually assaulted. Like,
look, I don't know if Brandon is guilty. I don't know if Anthony is guilty.
But you're definitely, like, sexually assaulted. Like,
stop being mad at me, goddammit! I'm creating the goddamn entertainment. I'm creating the shit for you to talk about on a goddamn Monday night.
Keemstar decided to make the video unlisted on Drama, so it's no longer public on YouTube.
No, I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. How was I wrong?
We're not wrong. Drummer's not wrong.
Why am I still getting hate?
YouTuber Onision runs creepy forum where young teenage girls post photos in their underwear. Some of these girls are as young as 11 years old.
Fuck it. I'm going to interview Onision and give him a fair chance to defend himself.
Are the victims actually victims? Where's the proof?
Basically, Onision has like some web series where he like rates teenage girls.
Where's the proof?
I do not deserve this hate.
Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. I'm genuinely sick of being everyone's punching bag. If you fucking swing at me, I'm gonna swing much harder back. I'm genuinely sick of being everyone's punching bag.
I just started looking at my block list. And there's like no end in sight.
Recently, I've been blocking like 300 people a day on Twitter.
How did I lose 1,500 subs in the last hour? Unsub from my channel right now. I want nothing to do with you idiots.
I do not deserve this hate.
Keemstar, you're getting a taste of what you do to people every day for one day, and you're having a meltdown, screaming about, I'm garbage. Bro, you do this every day to people. Oh, this is a good one that gets buried. You accused Shoe Nice of being a child molester on the run. It's a deep cut, but it happened. You tried hard to clean your tracks, but I got you. But it turns out that Shoe Nice may be a rapist fugitive fleeing the country. Another fake sexual assault allegation that he simply erases when it's not true. How many times is Keemstar going to be allowed to do this?
You've always been a goddamn hypocrite. You used to call me out for making Jake Paul videos when you made Jake Paul videos.
This guy I love, he can't go a single video without bringing up Jake Paul. You made Jake Paul videos. Everything you said is invalid.
The other day, you tried to roast me on Twitter like a month ago. You tried to roast me for my hoodie. You said I looked like a 12-year-old. And then the whole internet had to remind you and roast you, this is how you dress. It was just absolutely hilarious.
The whole internet roasted me. All of your points are invalid now.
Another thing you did in this video is an absolute first for YouTube. You went after my sponsors. You went after my sponsors. If you think the YouTube community is happy with you right now, you got to be out of your mind. You have ushered in this new era where people that have beefs on each other go after their sponsors. Like, this has never happened before, but it's happening now. It's happening now. And you did that. You started this. And because of all the hate that G Fuel recently got from your stupid fucking video, I got in contact with them. I'm no longer with G Fuel anymore. I walked away.
Because I criticized G Fuel, which nobody should go after people's sponsors if they're inhuman fucking scum. Let me address this head on. I am not someone that supports going after somebody's sponsors to try to cancel them for something bad they've said. G Fuel is as much a part of Keemstar's identity as his beard. He has it on his head in every video. He's got it on the desk in every video. It's very much a part of his identity. How am I supposed to criticize Keemstar and not address the fact that G Fuel is on his desk at every time? In the hurricane of destruction, there's always G Fuel sitting there on his desk. How am I not supposed to talk about that?
What's up, Troubler Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's go right into the news.
Maybe the problem is Keemstar, who's so irresponsible in his coverage of news topics, shouldn't integrate a brand in it. If G Fuel dropped Keemstar, I would say that's very much Keemstar's fault.
And another thing you did in this video is an absolute first for YouTube. You went after my sponsors.
An absolute first, he says. Isn't that interesting? Well, Keemstar, why don't you just leave the word hypocrite out of your mouth from now on?
Fucking hypocrite. You've always been a goddamn hypocrite.
Many of these teams are big. They have lots of sponsors, and at the same time, they're being racist, homophobic, and trying to convince other children.
Did he just say homophobic? Did he just say homophobic?
Time, they're being racist, homophobic. And trying to convince other children to kill themselves.
You went after my sponsors.
And they were sponsored by Elgato, Loot Crate, Scuff Controllers, and Cyberpower PC.
It's an absolute first for YouTube.
Why are these sponsors sponsoring such a team?
You went after my sponsors.
There are many small teams out there that do not act this way that I think are more worthy of these sponsorships.
Dang.
Towards the end of your video, you act like a victim. Like, oh, the big bad Keemstar has been after me forever and it's had a huge toll on my mental health. You said, thank God I have the support group around me. Well, I have a support group around me and I can't wait for you to see them because they're really pissed off at that video you uploaded for multiple goddamn reasons. Good luck, Ethan, because you're going to fucking need it.
And this is the line that I want people to remember more than anything else in this video. This is the most potent image of Keemstar you can ever see. You crossed me, I will destroy you. You have a support system, I have a hate system. And now I am turning the machine in all of its full force toward.
And I'm sorry, again, reminder, this is a video from 5 years ago, and this is exactly what he does still, to this day. Is incite, like, fear in people.
towards you. The silent part of what he's saying is, and anyone else that speaks out against me, they're going to be attacked and harassed and destroyed as well. I think we need to just talk openly about Keemstar's involvement on our platform. He is a poison. He is toxic. He has created so much pain and suffering on this platform for so many people. People don't speak out against Keemstar because they know that he will do everything in his power to destroy them.
Well, I have a support group around me, and I can't wait for you to see them.
To assassinate their character.
Good luck, Ethan, because you're going to fucking need it.
And this is a perfect continuation of this. To end his video with a threat. He's threatening me. All of my friends can't wait to just dogpile on you. Yeah, well, I've got friends too, Keemstar.
So you kind of lifted that burden, or like you said, that snake around your neck, you know what I mean? You got rid of that snake, and I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate the fact that you're a good guy.
Yeah, he got Santa on his side. Okay, one more video from this series. This is only 9 minutes. Oh god, sorry about the flashbang.
I'm a person that believes in revenge. I think if someone fucks you over in any shape or form.
Oh, we know that. We know that hasn't changed either in 5 years, has it now? A very vengeful person he is.
Destroy him, destroy him, destroy him.
Yeah, we know.
What is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host, Keemstar. Recently, I have been under attack by a very, very angry man known as Ethan Klein.
Keemstar responded, and what I didn't expect is for him to renew his attacks on Tony.
Years later, why were people suddenly starting to troll Tony or Glory and Gold? Well, because every streamer has trolls. But actually, there's something else that Tony doesn't want you to know about. He was involved in his...
Dude, Tony! Stop! Oh my god, this guy's done nothing to you! Ethan Klein's the one that made the video! Why are you going back to Tony now?
Own scandal.
After all he's put this man through. And he's coming back to do it again.
Now listen, I'm not going to tell anybody the catfish story. Tony, that is for you to tell. You got to tell people why individuals years later after this incident would be in your chat calling you the P word, all right? You got to explain that story. You got to tell that story. I'm not going to tell anyone. I wronged
Yeah, must get revenge on Tony. This poor old man.
You in the past. The least I could do is give you a pass and not explain that catfish story.
Keemstar says it's Tony's story to tell, but he can't help himself. People are not taking the bait, and so he pushes it further on Twitter. Please, RS Glory and Gold, come clean on the catfish story. Stop blaming me for the hate you've gotten over the last few years. And what he retweeted is apparently proof that RS Glory and Gold is a pedophile.
A pedophile.
Now let's examine these claims.
RS Glory and Gold, Tony, you should be disgusted with yourself. You thought those kisses were for Rebecca Hart, a girl who's told you she's 16. She's underage, but you've happily asked for pictures. You've offered to meet.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to make love to the girl I know you to be, but making you happy is more important.
Up with her. You even said, I'd give $1,000 if I could hold and kiss you right now. She's a child, you fucking pedo. This didn't happen just recently. This has been going on for 1 whole year.
The first horrifying admission is that they have been pretending to be dating Tony for a year. How sick do you have to be to screw with an old man for over a year and lead him on?
I shouldn't really be laughing at some of this. He says here, my last girlfriend was 8 years ago. My only wife died in 1979. So if he wants to accuse maybe a hacking or something, I mean, this went on for a year. There is no doubt this is Tony.
Tony has been pouring his heart out to someone he thought was emotionally invested in him. Here's a screenshot of her saying, I'm 16, nearly 17. Many people point out that there's no verification checkmark next to his name, which indicates that the screenshot may be fake. But I'll just let Tony explain for himself.
My name's Tony Winchester. I'm RS Glory and Gold. I'm making this video. It's called Rebecca Hearts. Okay? Rebecca Hearts. Some guy, some scumbag has made a video and saying that Rebecca Hearts is 16 years old and that I'm pursuing her and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm making this video to set the record straight. Okay, I met Rebecca Hartz in late January of 2016. She said because of all the internet bullshit, she felt sorry for me and wanted to reach out to me.
The internet bullshit she's referring to is, of course, this.
We reported a story that this Massachusetts man, John Phillips, had sex with a teen that he married in an online game in RudeScape. Now, the problem with this is that that's not John.
What was Tony's reward for being falsely accused of being a pedophile? Being catfished for over a year in an attempt to frame him as a, get this, pedophile.
As long as you don't mind my age, 25, I don't mind your age. See, so right there, the girl says, as long as you don't mind my age, 25, I don't mind your age.
Now, why is this so screwed up? Because Tony already addressed this in 2017, and Keemstar has decided to resurrect the allegations again in 2020 in his video about me.
Listen, I'm not going to tell anybody the catfish story. Tony, that is for you to tell. You got to tell people why individuals years later after this incident would be in your chat calling you the P word.
Keemstar never reported on this story, so this is fresh meat for his audience to renew their witch hunt of Tony. To accuse Tony again of being a pedophile as a means of deflecting blame.
I wronged you in the past. The least I could do is give you a pass and not explain that catfish story.
That's pretty cut and dry, right? I mean, that's who she says she was, and hey, we were friends for a long time.
You gotta explain that story. You gotta tell that story.
Anything else is just horseshit.
The least I could do is give you a pass and not explain that catfish story.
That piece of shit should take that video down and quit telling a bunch of lies.
Hey guys, I just wanted to put out this video just to clarify, right? Just to absolutely clarify. I am not here to say that the catfish story is real. I'm not here to say that Tony is guilty or innocent. I am simply, just like my video today, am here to say that there is this catfish story, that there are these accusations.
Well, then why'd you...
What the hell is... Oh my God!
Put the goddamn video out. Hey, the tweet. You put it out because you knew a whole bunch of your little asshole buddies that watch you would come over and screw with me all day long, which they did. And that's exactly what you wanted to happen.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I thought you were in the news business. You're supposed to do the news. If you're going to do the news, then you should go check and find out if that story is really true or not. The truth is, you already know it's not.
He didn't care about that aspect of it. Alluding to it is sort of intent.
Not true. You've known for a long time it's not true. You knew it wasn't true when Return of the Wilderness brought it to you more than 2 years ago. But this is just your way of trying to...
Yeah, that's too much work. It's too much
work. Put a little smoke screen out to where you're the good guy and everybody else is the bad guy. But the truth is, you are the biggest phony asshole that ever walked the planet.
Because Keemstar made this big thing about how unprecedented it was that H3H3 mentioned his sponsors. And I guess G Fuel dropped Keemstar. Keemstar went after my sponsors. Keemstar tried to get G Fuel to drop me. What a fucking lying hypocrite shitbag. And I didn't even care. None of my sponsors left me because Keemstar said to.
Oh, but guess what? It did happen when it was Keemstar.
What I took offense to was when Keemstar attacked my children. So I would watch live with my viewers. Well, one day my dog sat down next to Colin, and Colin looked over at his penis. I think he even moved fur that was right next to it or something like that. And it was live. So we took down the vlog and, didn't made it so no one could see it. But Keemstar got a hold of it. And Keemstar tweeted it out to his 250,000, 500,000 Twitter followers 13 times over the weekend. Yeah, and he didn't just say, look, Colin almost touched a dog penis. He said, look, Colin's jerking off a dog.
That is diabolical, dude. That is diabolical.
And
A child.
Colin is like 8 years old, special needs kid at this point. He was fucking relentless about it. So we had a common friend, only use me Blade. And I was like, Blade, can you talk to him? Like, this is fucked up. He's literally going after my kids. He's going after my son. And Blade talked to Keemstar and then circled back to me and said, I talked to Keem about it. And he said that if he wasn't talking shit about your son all the time, that somebody else would. And he's not going to back off.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Good argument.
That's yeah, that's it. That's actually.
I'm sorry, but that's so disgusting. It is so disgusting. That sort of stuff can legit ruin people. Imagine if somehow that actually gets to the kid, right? And it somehow makes him feel like ashamed or whatever. Like that can mark him for life. This is no joke. This is horrible. That is disgusting behavior.
The unforgivable act that I have with Keemstar.
Destroying lives is a weekly sport for Keemstar. And when he moves on to the next story, the pain lingers on for those that have found themselves in his path of destruction. He has been called out time and again, but refuses to change. Tony is proof enough of that. After ruining this man's life, he has come back for seconds. And when met with criticism, he answers with threats.
Good luck, Ethan, because you're going to fucking need it.
I'm a person that believes in revenge. I think if someone fucks you over in any shape or form, destroy him.
Damn. All right, since we are getting close to our end time, I did still want to go through the Lynx videos and homophobic, since this one was more recent. Let's get through the Lynx stuff.
Fluids, but there's no rush. Like, you know, I will totally turn your face into a glazed donut at some point in our lives, but
so that horrific riz that I just subjected your ears to comes from a guy that you guys probably know pretty well, the gnome himself, Keemstar. Over last week,
who's that?
There was a call that was shared with Keemstar and former employee Lynx, aka Drama Queen Lynx, where Keemstar, after finding out that Lynx had drank for the first time, was drunk, decided to give her a call after completely exiling her and firing her from the job that she was working at with Keemstar months earlier. In an effort to not waste your time, here are the main points I'm going to be talking about in this video. Number one, Keemstar fully well knew that this was the first time that Lynx had ever drank due to the fact that they have fetal alcohol syndrome. And on top of this, he knew full well that Lynx was interested in repairing some bridges between them after the fire.
Oh, in Walmart. Oh, okay, that explains it then. We don't have Walmart over here.
Firing that had happened a few months ago. There was a very clear power dynamic here that Keem abused to get what he wanted, that being to see Lynx nude. Secondly, Keemstar's fiance, Brantley, the person that he's engaged to right now, he lied about them being okay with this happening. Apparently they have some kind of open relationship, but not like this, and Keem just openly lied about it being okay to see Lynx naked. But thirdly, I want to talk about how some of this story has been framed. For instance, on YouTube Drama, this was framed as her being a young girl and trying to make it seem like Keem was being a PDF file, which is just flagrantly not true. Now, those are the main points, but I was also able to get in contact with Lynx, and I conducted a bit of an interview with her to learn more of the context surrounding why she got fired, more of the context leading up to this phone call, and just about everything else in between and what her thoughts were. I was going to reach out in the same way to Keemstar, but he decided to cover this himself.
Oh, what the f is that? God, what is that? Oh, click right there. Load 50 more. Okay, this is the picture I took when shot.
I remember this live stream.
So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be reaching out to him. I think he made it very clear, his stance. He thinks it's all very funny and silly. Now, with all that out of the way, I'm going to flip a coin, and I'd like you to call it heads or tails. Now, if it lands on the side that you call, you have to subscribe and give this video a like. And here we go. All right, heads. Now, if you called heads, you know what to do. And if you called tails, I'll get your ass next video. To start this off, let's get some context out of the way about Lynx being fired from the Lolcow Live universe. The only person that actually knows why Lynx was fired is Keemstar. And I say that because Lynx herself doesn't know why she was fired. And this story that Keem has perpetuated about the reasoning that she has been fired has changed. And every different story that Keem has come up with has not been able to be supported by any evidence. During my interview with Lynx, I asked her why she was fired, and we had to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole to find out all of the different reasons that Keem had pushed forward and how none of those seem to be true.
First, he said it was because my Discord was hacked, which is why I was banned from the Discord. And then he just ignored me for 3 days and then randomly said I was fired. So there were so many lies. At first, I was banned because I did this. Then I was banned because I did that. But the things that he accused me of, there was like 4 different reasons he apparently banned me. Like 4 different times he changed his reasoning. Every single one of them, he had no proof of. He didn't give it to Jay or Rich at the time that they worked there. And he still has provided none of the proof for the entire Lolcow universe about why I was exiled from the community so badly.
For the sake of people that are watching this that don't know anything that's going on, do you have like a general summary of this person that was doxxed, like the moments leading up to that?
Well, it was apparently Brantley. Brantley is Keemstar's girlfriend, apparently is the person that I doxed. Fiance, but they haven't gotten married, but they've been engaged for like 2 years.
She apparently was doxxed by you, and then it ended up being completely bullshit because that had come from one of your Discord members. And then he you know, spun this story to get you pulled off, and then he fired you following that.
No, because that wasn't even, he didn't say that when he first fired me. He just said, I was fired, it's too much of a hassle. And then it went from I was fired for doing this to I was fired for doing that. I was originally fired apparently for not doing my job well enough. And because Discord was looking into me, yet he had no proof. And prior to me being fired, he was always glazing me live on air, saying I did a great job getting guests on the show and I really work hard behind the scenes and stuff like that. So he's just a liar.
So you really don't have an actual answer as to what actually got you fired, because none of it's adding up.
No, because he never gave one. He never gave one. The story kept changing and it just keeps changing as it goes on.
It's also alleged here, based off of Lynx's interactions with Keem, that he is cool with perpetuating a story with absolutely no evidence to support it, that someone in the community is a racist, and this individual was completely exiled from the community.
Oh my god, the favorite stuff, the favorite accusations, right? Racist and pedophile.
Because of these claims that Keem apparently doesn't believe to be true himself. So it was that point with the doxing shit, and then you had referenced this not believing in he's not believing the sexual assault claims. What was that story there?
So Becky is one of the hosts of the show, Lolcow Queens, that I was on the show with, and she accused her ex of drugging her and raping her. And it was this weird, confusing story. There was a police report, but there was like no mention of anything of that other than the fact that he was drunk and they didn't know if he was too drunk to drive home, so they had to breathalyze him. That's all that's on the police record. She made this elaborate story about it and they ended up banning him from the server. And Keemstar admitted that he himself does not believe that his employee was drugged or R-worded.
But he's cool with the story being perpetuated because it's getting clicks.
Yes.
I also just wanted to touch on at the very beginning, his reason that he gives for kicking you from Lolcow Live. You gave a reason. He said, I don't even remember that. It was about that you implied or said that Becky had dirt on him, and that's why he fired you.
When you say that I betrayed you, in what sense? Because right before I got banned, I had said that I know that Becky was faking the essay, and then I got banned.
That wasn't it. That had no part. As you're mentioning this now, I'm barely even remembering it. It was literally just you going and telling people that Becky had shit on me. That was the main thing. I was like, dude, I can't have my second in charge telling people that there's some fucking exposed type video I made.
Yeah, so that's the very first reason, now that we're talking about this, that I remember that he used for firing me. And it was funny because this is the same girl who faked sexual assault that he doesn't even believe, all I said in a call was like, she gets away with murder. Like, I don't understand. Does she have something on Keem? Is there like a video or something that she has on Keem? And the whole Discord like took that and ran with it. And people said that they had a video of it, and Keem claimed that he had a video of it, but he never once played it and he never once showed it. And
video
then
of you
he
saying
later
that?
on, yeah, he was just saying that. Even in the video where I'm talking to him, he said, I don't even remember all that kind of thing. And it's like, well, I mean, why not show me the evidence?
Yeah, kind of a big deal if you're giving that as a reason for firing you, and he doesn't even.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, it went from that. Then it went from I didn't do my job well enough to the doxing claims. And he went harder and harder into it on not talking to me and tried his very best. And it just makes me think, like, what was the real reason for him firing me? I just wish I knew that. You can see in that video, he said that I was the best assistant he ever had because the two he's hired since me don't go out of their way to ask what to do next, like I did.
How's your new assistants going?
I fired them.
What's the matter?
I do miss your stupid ass. Don't send anything. It'll probably turn into future drama. I'll just trust you.
They weren't as good as me.
Yeah.
But I looked at you as a friend, someone I could guide into something great. You just too snaky, girl.
Yeah, they weren't. You know how you like hit me up?
We blocked your order. Actually, I saw it come in and I blocked it. Yes, I tried to cuck that order. I refunded, I swear.
And you want more stuff to do?
Lord Rush just hit me up. It's not him. Some clown is framing him. Sorry that happened to you. Would not wish that on anyone. And I think you know him well enough that he would not do anything like that. It's not his style at all.
They don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
I probably thank you for letting me know. I did say I have no idea who it is. Pretty sure it's the ex framing him, honestly. Who the fuck would even have something like that? That's who leaked. Only one is something over Discord. Either way, it's sick and twisted. This is why I did that video outing him. And the abuse from the last 5 years and everything he had done. Him showing up trying to break in during that stream is proof enough he'd go far enough to do this. I'm waiting on some information.
You said on Lolcow Live that I was lazy and
Well, glass half full. At least it's a good photo. I hate you, but you need help. Hit me up.
I was terrible at my job.
I know how to hurt your.
You know what's fucked up? I hate you too, but I do miss it. I appreciate it. On the bright side, at least I'm beating the flat chest allegations. You photoshopped that, I know you. Good work. I actually didn't. I could prove it though.
Your feelings.
Lynx has made it clear that she's very unsure of why she was fired, but now let's move into what actually.
Yeah, wasn't there some recent drama with Lord Rush? Like, cheating? Like, talking a girl up from the community?
Happened. So the reason we're even talking about this is because Lynx started a.
This is old, yes. If you're just joining us, we are doing a Keemstar lore journey, and we started with the H3H3 video on him from 5 years ago. So I am going back quite far, and this is more recent stuff. So we finished those videos, and now we're doing a Lynx thing from like 11 months ago. So yes, it was a while ago. And then we might go into some more documentaries next time. So maybe tomorrow.
Live stream. It was about 3.5 hours. I did my best to comb through most of it, and it was essentially her.
Oh my goodness, it's you! Yes, it is. Hello.
Playing a lot of the key moments from this phone call and this video call that she had with Keemstar, where things get a bit sexual, and she ends up putting on a blonde wig for.
Yes, the old man. We covered him. Yeah, where he made a sweet old man cry. Yes, we went through that. I was so sad to see it. And then he did it again years later. It's crazy.
Him and getting naked for him because he's asking for it as well. I'm not going to act like this is a one-sided thing. Lynx was also clearly egging him on to do it as well. She points out that her plan was never to actually release this, but because she had talked about it with a former ex of hers who said that he would leak this if she didn't, she ended up coming forward and showcasing all of this. Now, there is a lot. What you first saw in the intro was Keemstar doing this really terrible riz, and it's just, I don't really need to.
Sounds good, Lynx.
show you all of that, I'll give you guys a link to this live stream in the description down below. But I mainly wanted to focus on 2 key points that make what Keemstar did and the fact that he did any of this absolutely reprehensible. Number 1, let's get into this power dynamic. Keemstar had her as his VP for the Lolcow Universe, and she was working as an assistant, you know, getting info, getting drama set up, that kind of stuff. From our conversation, she let me know that she was the one that kind of introduced a lot of the Amberlyn Reed content that was a part of Lolcow.
Interesting. And that kind of brings us to like recent times, huh? That's very interesting. That Lynx actually gave him information about a lot of that stuff.
Live, but from what we understand, she had been fired months ago. So they technically, you know, weren't working at the same company when this all went down. So a lot of people are saying, well, you're not working with Keem, so what is the big issue with this? Well, Keemstar started suggesting that if she worked really hard, and this was leading up to and after she had gotten nude for him, that if she worked hard and did this over the next couple of months, that she might be able to get back into the
I must have missed that completely.
Lolcow Universe and have
Really? There was the idea that if Lynx worked hard enough that she'd be able to come back? Dude, that brings me back to so many different situations that he did the exact same thing. And the one that's always coming back to me is the one where he said the conversation with Denmark, when he wanted Denmark to come back to the Lolcow Universe, and he was like, don't worry, you'll be able to move out of your parents' house within 3 months, and making all these promises, right? So that's what that reminds me of. So it would not surprise me if that was true.
a job again.
Well, listen, here's the plan, all right? Be good. Put out a lot of good, energy to revert all the bad shit that you put out there. It's gonna take a while.
And sorry, I just wanted to pause for a second.
Oh, it's going to take a while. This sentence is also something that I hear from him so often. He says it's gonna take a while, but you know, you're gonna have to be an intern for a little bit and make absolutely no money. But you know, if you prove yourself, you can get back into people's good graces. Dude, we've heard this so many times. So many times.
What you're seeing right now is Lynx showing the DMs leading to their phone call, which is where
Yo, Lynx, you want to tell the peeps what you up to nowadays? Are you like streaming anywhere? Can we link you?
Keem's like, oh shoot, I see that you're actually drunk. And I'm going to pause to show you guys what I'm talking about in a sec here. Once he finds out that she's drunk for the first time, then he immediately goes for, let's have a phone call. Because he also is aware that Lynx has never drank before because of her condition with the fetal alcohol syndrome. This is something that was important to her to maintain sobriety. But after dealing with some really terrible stuff, her nudes being leaked, she ended up breaking that sobriety. And this is what Keem capitalized on.
I'm listening.
And then find your way back with good graces, you know?
And here is that exact DM that I was talking about. Keem says, bitch, you drunk? And she responded back, I would have made it content. Maybe what if I was? And he says, no way for real. She says, I've been going through a really rough time lately, so I just wanted to try it. And immediately he responds back, fuck, let's get on a call. No wonder you're offering proof, lol. So not only is he just immediately...
Wow. Completely dismissing the fact that she says she's drinking because she's going through stuff? Yo, that is so fishy.
Like, oh, let's get on a phone call, you're drunk. But then he goes, it makes sense why you're being so open and why you're saying that you're willing to prove all of this stuff about the leaks and whatnot. But you heard all this stuff, you know, oh, if you work hard, you'll be able to get back in the good graces and get back into the Lolcow universe. But on top of that, I just wanted to showcase some of Keem being incredibly manipulative and like really going hard in this kind of love bombing stuff at the beginning of their phone call leading into when she ends up getting naked for him. That just really paints the exact thing that I'm talking about.
Like, I really, really liked you. Like, friend level and like teetering past friendship. Like,
dude.
I was like, she is the girl. I can mold her into being like a superstar. And then you betrayed me, and I was like, but I given her like everything. Like I gave her.
This is the same story over and over again. Rastov, I've given him everything. Scooter, I've given him everything. He's given everybody everything every single time he feels betrayed, and he reacts like a salty little ex-boyfriend. Every single time, it's the same narrative.
My assistant, I told her she's Keemstar number 2. Like,
yeah, always with the number 2 as well. Number 2, number 2.
Giving her the keys to the king. I made her the
keys to the kingdom again. Oh my god, dude.
VP of the fucking company. Like, I've given her everything, and she's still betraying me, and I can't trust her, and it hurt. Like, when I banned you and I had to kick you from the community, it hurt me. But I had to. I just know better. I'm too old. I got too much knowledge of like the shit and how things go wrong. Like, it truly pained me to kick you out.
Just all of this, you know, gosh, you were the one. I liked you. Even liked you a bit more than a friend.
Yeah,
While they were
he actually says that, dude.
working together is what he's referencing, which again is falling into that weird power dynamic. Now, he didn't act on it while they were there. Outside of what Lynx had told me is that they had done some flirting here and there. But like I said, him talking about molding her, how she was Keemstar 2, and just like saying all of these good things. And then to follow that up with, if you work really hard, you might get back into the Lolcow Universe.
If we start working together again or whatever, I'm gonna need a ride or die bitch, right? Like, I'm gonna need the fucking drink the Keemstar Kool-Aid bitch. Like.
Yo.
You know what I mean? That can never, ever, ever. And yeah, I might call you privately and be a fucking dick or whatever, because that's just like who I am, right?
All that leading into her putting a blonde wig on and getting naked for Keem just really doesn't sit well with me. It really feels like using this power dynamic that he has with her and knowing that she would at the very least love to
He wanted me to quit my business so bad, and when I refused, he started being an ass on screen and behind screen. And when was this, Lynx? Was that during your time in the LCU working as an assistant? He wanted you to stop doing the other stuff?
and bridges that were burned for a very, very unclear.
Why? Did he not have enough of your time during Queens? Dude, did he feel like he didn't have enough of your time already? Yo, that's insane.
Your reason, and he used that to get what he wanted. And she herself is not saying that it was just.
It's like you have to be completely dependent on him, you know? You cannot have any other like way of income, any sort of independence. Right, exactly. He wanted you to solely rely on what he gave you, the opportunities he gave you, the money that he gave you. Yeah, that is the ideal, because then it's unlikely that people will leave, you know?
Alcohol that led her decisions here. So we're not trying to paint a picture that she was just not able to make decisions for herself because of how drunk she was. But she is talking about that it's very weird at best that he realizes that she's drunk for the first time and then immediately hops into a voice call and starts saying these things. I mean, he started this phone call with her talking about how he liked her a bit more than just as friends.
My main thing is like, I feel like there was kind of an ulterior motive with the fact that I told him I was drunk. And he knew I was drunk for the first time. He had texted me, and then he said that my nudes that were leaked, because this was the night the revenge porn happened. He said that the nudes that were leaked were not real, that they were AI. And I was like, I can prove it to you. And
wow.
Basically like, yeah, right. And I was like, I don't care. And then he's like, no, I'm good. And then I said something about I was drunk, and he's like, oh, that's why you were willing to show me. And then he's like, call me. And I was like, oh, okay. Other than him being in my like comment section of a stream once in the past like 2 months since I've been exiled from their community, I hadn't talked to him. So I will admit, like, I was excited to like finally get to talk to him, because it's not that I want to come back, and I've been very open that I do not want to come back to Lolcow Live, but I obviously do miss like what could have been and what was in some sense.
I'm not asking you here to be like, well, actually, I do want to come back, but is it reasonable? Like, would you say for yourself,
Guys, please, Lynx was drunk. When you're drunk, especially, she wasn't used to that feeling, right? So like, she was of course he missed the LCU, right? There was a lot of like good stuff. Every single host says that when they leave, there was a bunch of good stuff. That cold behavior, it gets in, you know? You feel very dependent on it. You get this high, right? So I understand completely if like after months, she had no explanation of why she had been fired. She was like taken out of something that she saw as something good. And then all of a sudden Keemstar is available to talk. You know, you have all these questions. Yeah, you're going to have a conversation with this guy. It's not strange. And if she ends up taking her clothes off at the end of it, I don't think it's that weird either, because there is a power dynamic. There is, you know, there's many reasons why it could lead to that. I don't think it's necessarily because she fell for it, you know, and then it's so much easier because you're drunk at the same time and he's clearly taking advantage. So yeah, so there's a lot of things to keep in mind here, guys.
To do that call, since you hadn't, you know, the exiling, all of that, there was a bit of you hoping that something could come out of that.
Yeah, and I mean, in the video, I said, the 3-hour video, I said, I think twice, I know I can't come back and I don't want to come back.
Right.
I just want our bridges to mend. I just want to be in a good place with each other so we can stop this cutting off our community. Yeah, he said if I worked hard for the next couple of months and
guys, this should really tell you something about how manipulative he is. I'm so sorry, but taking advantage of a girl that's drunk with all this conversation about, ooh, maybe you can come back, maybe if you work really hard, hints, you know, it's so insanely manipulative.
that's the only way he'd be able to bring me back into the universe and mend the bridge.
Okay. And at what part of your guys' call did that happen? Was that like before, after you...
It took place before and during the sexual parts of it.
Now let's talk about that second point that I was mentioning earlier. Brantley, who is Keem's partner, the person that he is engaged to, it seems like they're not in an open relationship, but they do end up bringing in third parties for whatever. I don't really care about that. What I do care about is that Keem lied about Brantley being okay with him talking to Lynx in the way that he did over this call that she recorded, and he lies about it being okay with Brantley, I'm assuming, to try to get to see Lynx naked, and then he ends up backtracking on that later on in the second part of the call. There was something wrong with Discord, so the call had dropped. When he comes back, he talks about how Brantley's mad at him and how they almost got into somewhat of an argument over this specifically.
Dude, me and Brantley had this big old, like, almost a fight. I would say almost a fight, but a conversation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you dumb little hussy. You got me in trouble. When I went in and I was, like, trying to get her or whatever, and she was sleeping, she was, like, fake sleeping just to see what was saying. She was, like, eavesdropping my conversation, which I'm a little pissed at. And then she was like, well, the reason why I had to go is because she was, like, came out and was, like type of shit. So I was like, I gotta go, and I talked to her, and she's like, why are you fucking around with a girl who doxed my family? And I know that, and I told her that, but it was in your server. That's the main thing.
Sorry, just wanted to pause real quick after that, just to show that he is confirming that he knows that she isn't the one that did the doxing, which maybe explains why he came up with a different reason for why he needed to fire her.
Yeah, he had to keep coming up with different reasons why she got fired, because he knew that it wasn't her, it was someone on the Discord.
But let's continue.
So we just talked about it and whatnot.
And this narrative is so familiar to me too, right? If someone on your Discord misbehaves, which happens all the time, I mean, we got trolls, everybody's got trolls, right? If anyone on Discord does anything, it's all of a sudden your fault. And everyone's just put in the same box.
Like, dude, look, I've known Lynx forever. She's like, you were talking to her dirty. I'm like, yeah, so? She's like, well, she doxed my family. I don't. She doesn't care. We talked it through. She told me to. I can't tell you what she told me.
I can't tell you what she told me.
I want to see them, but I don't want to see them because, like, then somehow it's going to get leaked, and then it's going to be Keemstar leaked her boobies. But I want to see them. But no, I don't want to see them. I'm like, Brantley, should I get Lynx's boobies? And she's like, yeah. And I was literally just laughing this whole time because I'm like, bro, I'm about to cross that line. I'm about to go into the danger zone.
God.
did.
Now, those were the main points that I wanted to show you guys because I thought that they were the best
Okay.
examples of Keem being manipulative, using this power dynamic to get what he wanted. But there's also a really big point that I want to close out this video with, which is how this was framed. And doing this only makes this worse for Lynx because people are just going to argue these points as opposed to the main ones that I presented to you in this video. Now, this blew up on—
Yes, Jessica, that is the exact logic. That is the exact logic. If I happen to have someone on my Discord that does something suspicious, I am automatically a PDF. Me. That is exactly the logic right there.
In a YouTube drama, this has 2.6 thousand upvotes, and the title for this was "Young Girl Gets Naked for Keemstar, Now Exposing It." Now, Lynx had a few things to say about this point herself, so I want to cover those first, and then I'll add my bit at the end.
My take on it is the age has nothing to do with it. Some people are arguing the age due to me having fetal alcohol, which means sometimes people with fetal alcohol aren't the age that they really are mentally, and that's what some people have an issue with. I mean, I've made it very, very abundantly clear since I've ever joined the LCU that I had fetal alcohol and that sometimes I don't handle situations correctly due to it, or sometimes I don't read situations the same way someone else would. I've made that very abundantly clear, which is why some people are attaching to that.
That was kind of the biggest thing for me about having an opportunity to talk to you, is like, I don't want people getting it misconstrued as to why.
Oh my god, Captain Shotgun, I saw the xenomorph that Lynx did. So freaking good. So good. I wanted that xenomorph statue so bad.
You wanted to bring this forward. And from what I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest issue is this power dynamic that you have with Keem.
Yeah.
And how that would turn into you feel more obligated in a situation like that because you feel like you would be able to get something out of that. So from her own words, this isn't about her being young or that she has fetal alcohol syndrome, so her mind might be younger than her body or anything like that. She's focused on the power dynamic, things like that. She's upset.
I would agree with that. From everything I've seen from Lynx, I wouldn't go the route of her mentally being younger than her body or whatever. I wouldn't go that route. The route would be, for me, definitely the power dynamic. That is the biggest issue for me.
About the power dynamic and how this felt a bit coerced and that she was manipulated while also drunk. Having it framed,
I would say so 100% from the wording that I've heard from the, 100%.
as her being a young girl getting naked for Keemstar is only making this more difficult for Lynx to come out and talk about this. Because now Keem has an easily refutable point, since this wasn't even what this was supposed to be about, and it's gonna be that much easier for him to wiggle out of any scrutiny about all of the shitty things that he did leading up to this. If you know me or you've followed my content for a while, you understand why this point is so important. When we take information and we misconstrue it, or we focus on things that are not part of the big picture, it can muddy the waters, and it makes it easier for the people that are being accused of things that are quite heinous and have a lot more evidence to wiggle out and focus on the easier stuff that they know they can get away with countering. But that's it for the video today.
So wait a minute, is there a 3-hour video out there with this? Because I actually haven't seen it. The only thing that I've seen from this, the mermaid donut glazing situation was from that one stream ages ago where Keemstar himself wanted to get ahead of the story and he told it on Lolcow Live. I didn't actually see any videos or didn't see the full conversation. So maybe we should look into that because I think that would help us. Okay, there is. Okay, so I'm going to look into that because I think it could really help us understand this whole behind the scenes guy that Keemstar is and the kind of manipulative tactics that he would use and behaviors and wording, right? That could really help us understand what kind of guy he is and how he treats people when he thinks nobody else is listening. That could be actually really interesting. So I'm going to look into that. For now, guys, that's going to be it for today. So for context, we are going through a little bit of a Keemstar lore journey. We started with the videos from H3H3, which I thought were really enlightening. He goes through several controversies from Keemstar. Most likely tomorrow I will do another episode of this, and because I want to go through this one from June the King. And I think, and then we have another one, but we already went through the story with the 62-year-old man. So yeah, it's mainly this one, and there's probably more that we can go through. 28 more hours! Oh, that's right, Buff Weeby's doing a 48-hour stream. Do we want to go say hi to Buff Weeb? Even though he is shamelessly promoting himself in the chat right now. Even though he's shamelessly promoting himself in the chat right now, do we go say hi to Buff Weeb? Sure. All right. We're going to do it anyway. Fine. He's doing a 48-hour of madness part 2. So let's go say hi to one Buff Weeb. Thank you guys so much for being here. He learned well. Well, this was not exactly a surprise to me. New here, but WC, thank you, Lynx. I appreciate that. It was nice having you here, especially because it gives us an opportunity to like hear from your side as well when we were telling your story, and we might actually go into the actual call at some point too. So absolutely, you're super welcome here and on the Discord too. And hey, AMAC, good to see you here. All right, guys, let's go say hi to one Buff Weeb. I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate your support. I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think around the same time. Have a good night, guys. Bye.